And welcome to the siege. Oh, brother. Now, you guys got brothers. I don't have brothers.
I do have a brother.
I have 4 sisters.
I got a couple brothers.
Yeah, you got brothers. What's it like having a brother? I mean, do you hold them more or less accountable than what you do?
I mean, it depends on the day.
That's fair.
When younger, I hated having an older brother that was 8.5 years older than me. But now, we're really good friends.
Yeah. Are you younger? You the youngest brother,
I'm
Tim?
the middle.
The middle?
So, yeah.
Oh, so you're the least favorite kid anyway.
So, Frank's the oldest brother, and then Jason's the youngest.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyways, guys, my name's Jason. I am joined by Mr. Sean Green, the voice of American Darts. On cameras tonight, we have Mr. Tim Neal. How you doing, Tim?
What's going on?
It's a pleasure to have you, sir. Thanks you all for joining us. We've got a good one tonight. We've got one of our first grudge matches.
Yeah.
We're going to have a bunch of these.
The first grudge.
It's not one of the first. It is the first grudge match.
And I will tell you, we've also got a bar wars coming up, but Carlos has got a little bit of an injury. We're trying to work out the how we're going to do that. I get suggestions usually about 1 o'clock in the morning every Friday night from Carlos telling me exactly what the lineup should be. But we're looking forward to that one. This one we're starting out with the Gates versus the Clarks.
Yeah, it's a great battle of two brother teams, Tyler and Nick Gates. Going to be a great duo, and then the Clark brothers are making waves in Greenfield area.
And we're going to talk about it a little bit more in depth as we go on and we start analyzing the game. But there's a couple of the guys playing tonight. They've got some mysterious things. One's been out of the game, but not really out of the game, and another one's vastly improved over the last year. So it's going to be a really exciting one to see. It really is.
Listen, I am so excited. I'm sweating. And it has nothing to do with the fact that it's 200 degrees outside, and the air conditioning in here makes it about 100 degrees, which is honestly half.
Yeah,
it's half.
It's half.
So it's doing its job, just not as well as I would like it
folks.
to. But so if I look a little shinier, that's why.
Yeah, folks. If you're at home, we know it's hot outside.
Glowing.
Just pull up a chair,
Yep.
sit back and relax, get you a nice cold one, and we will entertain you probably for the next couple of hours. Okay.
Probably for the next couple hours.
Probably. Probably entertain you. Maybe for 2 hours.
Well, that's not on us anymore. That's on them.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. So let's talk about it. All right.
Yep.
Big event coming up this weekend, the U.S. Masters.
Yeah, the U.S. Darts Masters.
You are attending it.
I am.
Although you're not commentating, which I think is just a sin in itself.
No,
I'd like
not
to
at
talk
all.
to people about that.
No, it's a Sky Sports broadcast, so PDC production. There's no reason for them to bring in a play-by-play commentator from the Championship Darts Corporation.
Now, you're going out there.
Yep.
What is your role going to be when you go out there? Tell us a little bit about it.
So this will be the first year where I'm actually working. So I'm not going out there as a fan necessarily.
Or a player. You're not going out there as a player?
Never been out there as a player, that's for sure. Never will. But I'm working media. So for the Championship Darts Corporation, I am going to be helping interview players, working behind the scenes. So I'll be kind of standing next to the stage while the darts are going on, or back in the media room making notes to interview the players after the matches. It's going to be crazy.
It's got to be exciting.
For a dart fan from Indiana that has just been watching darts on TV since 2016, and
sure.
and being able to go to London was special. Being able to go to Madison Square Garden, this will be my 3rd year going to it out of the 4. But this one to actually work a PDC event and have media pass for that and stuff like that is an absolute dream come true, and one that I never would have thought of when we started doing this 5 years ago.
Well, we're going to talk more about it in depth, and we're going to get a schedule from you. But out of all the things that you and I have been talking about, we do, and believe it or not, a little bit of a rehearsal before the show. One of the things that most excited me to hear from you is it's on NBC. It's on Peacock.
Yeah. So
it's on Peacock this time, which is a huge step for American darts, quite frankly.
And honestly, it's on the schedule right now. So if you go to Peacock, if you have the app with Fire Stick or whatever, and you go to live events, future live events, it's up there. U.S. Darts Masters Day 1, USA Darts Masters.
And that's the first official event on Peacock, right?
Second.
Second.
The Premier League final was on Peacock first, and then this one. So it's the second event, and it's really cool to have that. You guys get to see what it's going to be like at Madison Square Garden without that PDC.TV subscription, which if you have that, you can watch it anytime anyway.
And one of the things I learned from last year's event, the players that come over from Europe, they're really excited about playing in Madison Square Garden, right?
It's special. The venue itself is so special to them, right? Like they do these World Series events where they travel around the world,
sure,
Australia, New Zealand, but Madison Square Garden is Madison Square Garden. It's arguably the most famous venue in the entire world.
Yeah.
And so for those players that come over to play in New York City, first of all, is huge for them.
Yep.
But then there's a little bit extra motivation for them to actually play well at MSG versus just usually this is a bit of an exhibition, bit of just a fun thing. No, they really want the pride of winning on that on the same stage that Tyson fought many fights and Eddie Murphy filmed Raw.
Yep.
It's the theater at MSG is historical and whoever wins there is their name's etched in history in New York City.
All right, so let's get into the timing now.
Yep.
First of all, Saturday, 4,000 fans in MSG.
Yeah.
Sold out?
It will be definitely sold out by Saturday night. It's I think you might be able to get the top balcony seats still left available for that. And there's very few. So get on that if you want to go Saturday night. The Saturday afternoon is the North American Darts Championship, which is going to have a few more tickets available still.
Okay. Is that on Peacock as well?
I didn't see that on the schedule.
So if
I'm not sure.
if I wanted to watch that North American Championship, which is 8 players, am I right?
Yeah, so it's the eight North Americans that
Okay.
qualified for the event.
And the winner of that gets to play Christmas
Yeah,
in the World Championship.
Madison Square Garden, as long as they're not a PDC tour card holder.
Okay.
Yep.
So if I wanted to watch those 8 players,
Mhm.
where would I watch those guys at?
You mean like
The
that
US
tournament?
Yeah.
So that will be on Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon, 2 p.m. start time, and you can watch that on pdc.tv.
Okay. All righty.
Yeah.
Will it be on YouTube as well?
No, I doubt it. I
Okay.
mean, unless someone rips it off and does that somehow.
They usually throw like 1 or 2 matches on.
There'll definitely
whether
be
a
the
Facebook or a YouTube.
Yeah.
But it's usually just 1 or 2. They don't do the whole show.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
It's the PDC, so they have some specific rules they have to follow.
Yes, and there's also a rule like because now they're in the United States, they got to follow a certain protocol here in the United States. So there's a lot of.
And the U.S. players playing in the Darts Masters, can you name them?
Yeah, absolutely. Do you want the
Not in alphabetical order. Or
the
anything?
North Americans or the PDC players?
North American.
So the North Americans
Do
is
you know who the draw's not done yet?
the draw will be done on Thursday.
Okay.
Live on site there at MSG. But the 8 North Americans that are playing are 4 PDC tour card holders, which is Jim Long, Matt Campbell, the 2 Canadians. Those only 2 Canadians that are playing this year.
Okay.
And then they're joined by Jules Van Dongen and Danny Lobby, of course, a good friend of our show, Danny. So that's the first 4. And then the other 4 are qualifiers. Leonard Gates got it by winning the Continental Cup.
Okay.
And then Stowe Bunce got it on the Order of Merit for being the top Order of the Merit there. And then
Adam on there, right?
And then Adam Savada and Jason Brandon won it through the U.S. Qualifiers.
Okay. Big shout out to Jason, who just got signed
Yeah.
by
Red Dragon.
Red Dragon. Yeah. Big shout out to him.
I mean, when you're a world semifinalist, it goes a long way, and then on top of that, just an absolutely fantastic human being.
Well, just the amount of attention, quite frankly, that a lot of these American players are getting now can only help the game.
Shout out to Jason Watt.
It's a much different. It's a different scale, but it's the same thing you see in some of these small towns. As soon as they get one good player, all of a sudden there's a lot more good players because they get to play that good player, right? Yep. And now a lot of these North American players are playing a lot of the European tour card holders. They get that opportunity to see what it feels like. They like we saw in the World Cup, they may often not do as well as they wanted to.
Yep.
But the experience that they get from doing that is just terrific. It really is.
Yeah, I mean, high expectations, and the results are going to be the results. Last year, only Jeff Smith made it through the first round of the U.S. Darts Masters. However, there were some great battles. And again, these aren't like the just 8 PDC pros that come over randomly. It's the entire Premier League lineup, including the 2 Lukes, Rob Cross, the defending champion, Gerwin Price, and then on top of that, you have Stephen Bunting, who has won the last 3 World Series events that he's played in.
Yep. Big shout out to Stephen and some of the things he's doing and some of the things he's doing for Mr. Baggage, too.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Who is,
big fan of, been a long time fan of Stephen Bunting. Got a set of his darts that Tim insists are somebody else's.
I love
That's
that.
all right.
The old school set.
I love being right.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm sure
amazing.
it happens once in a while.
But Nathan Aspinall is going to be there as well.
Yep.
And then the final 2, Damon Hedda, who actually is one of 2 players to actually win their World Series events in their home country. So he won the Australian Masters, which is what got him kind of jump-started in the PDC. And then last but not least is I'm trying to think through it, and I'm trying to think of who I already named. Michael Van Gerwen, of course. And it'll be his first event back since his leave of absence.
Yeah.
Sabbatical.
Yep.
So let me ask you this, because you're on the inside, you know a lot of these guys, you get that feeling. I'm trying to buy a house.
Mm-hmm.
I've got $10 left in my gambling account.
Yep.
If I pick a North American to win that's going to put my down payment on the house, which North American would I go with?
Do you mean win the entire thing or win the North American
it's gotta be
Championship?
the entire thing because I want the long odds.
Well, I mean, if Jeff Smith was playing, I would tell you to always pick Jeff Smith just because he always does well at MSG.
It probably would help if I pick somebody that's actually playing this weekend.
That would probably help.
Yeah, that's fair.
You can't go wrong with someone like a Matt Campbell or a Jim Long who has had success in the PDC this year. Those two Canadians, and then Stowe Bunce is in a race to 6 format always going to be dangerous.
Daniel Lobby?
Danny has some great moments, and he's had some inconsistent moments on tour this year.
He hasn't really showed up on stage yet. And
No.
Yeah.
I think once he does, that'll build his confidence.
Of course, I always root for Danny because
He's a friend of the show.
and he's a friend of ours,
Yeah.
and has been for a very long time, and has given a lot of his time and energy for us. And of course, it's been for he's waited his whole life to be in these moments. And so, what I like the most about the North Americans that are playing this year is each one of them has already played on that MSG stage before.
Okay.
In the past, at least once.
Yeah.
Some of them all 3 years. So at a certain point, it does become more second nature to play on that stage.
How do you think Savada's going to do?
Great.
You
I'm
think so?
not worried about Adam one bit. He as far as unflappable people go, he deals with death on a daily basis, and we're talking like the most extreme versions of it. He works in a funeral home. That's why he's the Reaper.
Sure.
And he works in a very small city or funeral home, so he does everything.
Okay.
So as far as this is a vacation for him. It's his second year in a row doing this, and if he does what he can do on our CDC tour, where he averages above 90 every single match, where that's his floor.
Yep.
He's going to be able to put some damage in. Last year, he had a bad draw. He drew Rob Cross in the first round, who won the whole event. So,
and let's talk about that. I mean, we're doing a lot of hypotheticals until we think it's going to do it. Until that draw comes out, you
have no idea.
You
really
might get murderer's row, and there's nothing you can do about it. Other
you
than
go Luke to Luke to
throw perfect darts.
Yeah.
At some point, you're going to have to throw the best darts you've ever thrown.
And you're going
to progress in this, man. And they're all capable of doing it.
It's not at some point. They're going to have to win matches on that stage this weekend. They have to throw some of their best darts they've ever thrown.
All right, let me change the topic on you. Tim, we all went on a field trip. Well, minus Sean.
I was invited, by the way. Not even asked.
Tim, Keegan, and I went on a field trip on Tuesday. We went out to Muddy Boots to compete in their blind draw. Tim?
I was free, by the way.
It was your first experience at Muddy Boots. Tell us about it. What did you think?
I thought it was awesome. One, the venue's amazing.
It is, isn't it? Cool.
I heard.
I looked at it, other than the dartboards on the wall, but you could really do a high quality tournament in that barn, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But the people were amazing. It was a great time. I love the fact that you're not playing for anything. You're just playing.
Yeah.
Right? It's just competition. There's no money involved. Now, everyone chips in money to pay for the bartender because it's a private club.
It's a $5. When you go there, you make a $5 donation, and all the $5 collected. They only take the first 24 players. All those $5 bills.
Let's correct that. There's a 24-player list that they have.
Yeah.
The only way a visitor can play is if one of those 24 does not show up.
Oh wow!
So it's very limited. So if there is a chance you can go out there, and if all those lists are full, then you're not playing.
Well, if you get on that Facebook, if you're on Facebook, go to Muddy Boots Dart page. They still have their page, unlike some other people. But if you go on the Muddy Boots Dart page, you can certainly message Hondo, who runs the events and does a fantastic job. We've had him here as a guest.
Hondo.
But message him, tell him you're coming out. He'd love to have you. Let me warn you, though, there are some beautiful people there. It is a beautiful setup. You are in the middle of the forest. You pay $5. You're not playing for money, and you only play one game. It is double elimination, but you play one game. They play a lot of 3-on-1, double in, double out.
Yeah, so you win the piddle, and you either pick to go first or pick the game.
Yeah.
And they pick weird games, man.
Yeah, they do. We just
3-on-1, double in, double out.
The last time I was there, I introduced them to the world of Dart Connect. Everything before that was chalk and chalkboard, and you still get that option.
Yeah, you can pick chalkboard.
Yeah.
Wait, just make that decision.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that's
you could pick that.
They'll say 301 on the chalkboard, like instead of darken out.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You get that option too?
Oh yeah, it's fun. It's a blast, and the food's pretty good.
Food's
Yeah.
very good.
The food's real good.
The owner ends up being is the cook.
Yeah, of course.
and-
Yeah.
That sounds
and
about right.
He does he makes his own like
Muddy Boots,
pickled
guys.
jalapenos, pickles,
Nashville,
all
Indiana?
that. I mean,
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Nashville, Indiana. I would tell you from my house here, it's about an hour drive. All right, so it's
About 2
pretty
hours,
long.
yeah.
It's a good couple hours for you to drive down there, but it is a blast. You're in the middle of nowhere, just outside of Bloomington, quite frankly.
Yeah, between Bloomington and Nashville.
Yep, and it's a great place to play. It is a non-smoking venue. You can't smoke outside. You get
Wait,
some
you can smoke outside like in the real world?
in the
like,
forest.
like you're allowed to
you
do
can
that?
smoke in the forest.
That's weird.
They do have some live music sometimes. Depends who shows up with a guitar or
Yeah, there's some
There's some guitar guys at the party.
guitar.
they just show up. Yeah.
There was a saxophonist. There
What?
Was, yeah,
Mhm.
it was
Yeah.
interesting.
Okay.
It's pretty wild. But a couple of blind draws. We try to give you some of the more obscure ones that are out there. Muddy Boots is on Tuesday nights. Obviously, if we don't have a show, you may well find one of us out here. I'd like to also mention on Friday nights at the Vid in Bloomington. They do another blind draw there on Friday nights. That's a fun blind draw. I plan on going to that one real soon. Down at Hog Rock this weekend on Saturday, they're having a big event with Phoenix. Is introducing dartboards out there. So if you get a chance, go out there.
Are we trying to have a record for like the longest opening? Is that what you're doing here?
No,
Do you have any
'cause
other things you want to talk about?
No.
We haven't even mentioned the match at all,
And
or
save the date,
players.
July 19th for.
Yeah,
Linda
save the
Angle.
date.
well, that
July
one's
19th.
important.
Yeah. Well, the other ones are just as important.
I mean, I guess.
All right, let's talk about tonight's match. I'm excited. This one was an easy one as a grudge match
Yeah.
to pick to go first because, quite frankly, both teams are very evenly matched.
And-
All right?
And they're brothers, so they know where each other are.
Yeah.
You got
yeah.
brother versus brother. You also got Beach Grove versus Greenfield.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
You
Yeah.
have all these.
Got a lot of different
variables.
things going on about there. So you know all four of the players
Yeah.
pretty well.
I do.
Why don't you cover the Clarks for me, and we'll have Tim cover the Gates.
Okay. So the Clarks, Adam and Aaron Clark. There's actually 3 brothers.
Justin?
Aaron.
Oh, no.
No, I'm talking about the other team.
Not bad.
Remember, that's your time.
Mm-hmm.
This is my time. You
That's
wait
fair.
for your turn.
I'll
I
try and
didn't
be
say
quick.
that was
We're
him.
talking on the gates. What, that was you?
It
My
wasn't
phone
me.
was
You-
on mute.
you
as
just-
soon as we went live, my phone did not make any noise.
No, but your mouth did.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's
You just asked me a question, and then you're going to try and... Anyway.
It wasn't me.
So you got the Clark brothers. Aaron has always been a very consistent player, and to start off with, I would say that Adam, the younger, taller brother, was always kind of he was the one who started a little bit later than the others, and so he was always a little bit kind of behind his brothers. And then the last year and a half, I mean, he smoked me in a singles league where I actually was throwing extremely well for that whole league, and he beat me 11-4. And he hasn't looked back. He's going to be that player that a lot of people don't know heading into tonight that are going to know who Adam Clark is at the end of this.
I agree. And I see him out at a lot of different blind draws, too, which is always a good sign. If you see the same person at the same blind draw week in, week out, they're playing the same opposition, they tend not to improve past a certain level. And
So he was playing 5 nights a week.
yeah, I
He's
see
putting
him.
the work
I
in.
see him at Greenfield, see him at Sideline, see him at Mikey's, see him at a lot of different places, and that's always a big sign of someone's getting really good, really, really quick. Tim, talk to us about the Gates boys.
All right, so there's 3 of those too.
Yeah.
Justin.
We could have had a triples match,
Yeah,
but
we-
that's
Yeah,
fine.
you
We
and I
could-
could have had a night off. The extra brothers
Oh, they
could have just
yeah.
held. Yeah.
Had the brothers argue each other.
Yeah,
That'd
that's
be cool. So a lot of the older players, everyone they know Nick mainly because he was one of the top players in the city.
Yep.
He did take some time off for raising a family, which respect to that. That was awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Beautiful family.
The whole
too, by the
family,
way.
but the whole Gates family, the mother, the brothers,
It's a family affair.
Michelle, I mean, they're all involved and they're all each other's biggest fan, which is
Mhm. Yeah.
awesome. I would say Nick has the ability to. I think he's just going to pick up right where he left off.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, he's still been shooting a little bit, right? He's been shooting out of his house, been shooting on Grand Board.
yeah, I mean, though he's not playing leagues as much, like he's been out the night owls a couple times,
Mhm.
and
But-
he's playing some
Yeah, actually,
grand boards.
they're all three of these 4 players are not really playing leagues right now. The only one that really is Adam.
Yep.
Aaron said the last league he played was the league that we played, and that was about a year and a half ago. And Nick hasn't really gotten out, and Tyler's doing the same thing. Just grand board is where they're playing. And
Last time I saw Aaron, I said he was my partner at Ben's pop-up draw. So
do we want to mention it ahead of time? Tyler's throw is going to be unique to everyone.
Yeah.
He comes in from the outside, and you won't see a lot of it actually on our camera. Like it cuts off most of it, which is actually fine because the rest of it looks good. It's just the setup to get into it, and it doesn't get any better from like when you're watching him like live.
Tyler's first visit on the siege was a show called Mechanically Unsound,
and it was a different mechanics completely at that point.
And he hit the biggest outshot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Was it
He beat Keegan.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Keegan.
Yeah,
That's the reason why he just counts.
he's a referee.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's born a referee.
All right, so let's talk about predictions here, Jason. Give me your prediction. I switched this around.
I'm going to go with the Clarks.
Okay.
All right, and I think the Clarks are going to win 8-6.
I hate you so much. Yeah, go ahead, Tim. Your prediction.
I'm gonna go 8-5 Gates.
Okay.
All right.
And fair. I am going to say 8-7. And I'm gonna pick the Gates duo.
All right, so I'm the only one picking the Clarks and picking the winner.
Maybe.
That's fair.
Maybe.
Hey, we need to thank our sponsors. We need to thank everybody watching along with us on YouTube. Please, do you share these things? I don't know how that works on YouTube.
Share it to Facebook.
Yeah.
Hit the share button.
But a big shout out. And first, let me start off with a big apology to Magic Darts and the A to Z for not changing and updating their logo, Sean.
Yeah, the old person on their team who just became older. By the way, happy birthday, 65. That's always a wonderful age.
Thank you.
We didn't really think you were going to make it that far, obviously.
Yeah, neither did I, quite frankly.
mean, halfway in the ambulance ride, we didn't think you were going to make it that far. A to Z, Magicware. Sorry, Jason's old. And a huge shout out to Billy O'Neill's, Sideline Sports Pub, of course, the Hard Rock Event Center, Reed Sales Music, To The Point Streaming. Appreciate you guys more than anything else. On the Rocks and Mikey's Pub and Grill. And, of course, we have a brand new board tonight that is sponsored by Winmore, the Blade 6 Triple Core.
Yeah, that's a nice board.
Beautiful.
Yeah, this thing is bright and shiny. All right, Tim,
So,
you ready?
You ready to flash that light to let Keegan
remember,
know?
It's like
to
3
get in this
microphones, couple of flashes of a light, turn on the green light, and press all kinds of buttons, get the slides going.
Keegan, what time is it?
You can be wherever, it don't matter. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Indie Darts to the Point Streaming, I am here tonight to bring you all the Siege. Oh, brother. In the first leg, it is the Gates to throw first, specifically Nick to throw first. All the best, game on!
Is
your favorite thing?
My favorite thing in the whole world is Keegan. He is the only reason our show has any viewers.
Look at this!
Shout out to the 48
Look
of
at
you.
this, Nick Gates, ladies and gentlemen,
Mark.
And a 7-mark opening for Nick Gates, and that's why I picked them to win tonight. Even if he hasn't played a league in so long, he is still Nick Gates.
Yeah, he's gonna be fine.
But
That's a 7 mark.
followed by Adam's big 7.
No pressure, brothers.
Yeah, really. All right, little brothers, go ahead.
Let's see what you got.
And Tyler attacking the 19s, get rid of them first. It's an interesting move, and it opens up the door here for the shoes of Aaron to brighten up the score line and get rid of those 20s, maybe add some points to the 18s. Oh, that's unlucky.
The first bounce out of the night
So
right there.
we're probably going to see that a lot. I mean, I think they're all using conversions.
Well, and on top of that, it is extremely hot out today, and the arena, even with AC, can get a little toasty. So we got a couple of fans blowing in there too. I did notice that a little bit earlier when I was throwing, that every once in a while it seemed to like just catch the flight a little bit weird. I had more bounce outs today throwing and warming up than I did
What happens
previously.
The fibers in the board kind of swell up a little bit, so the dart's not able to penetrate the board near as much. I see that a lot outside as well.
I would appreciate you not talking about our Blade 6 triple core brand new dartboard like that.
Yeah, I don't think that has a problem.
I don't think that has a problem at all.
No, it's just the high humidity. You have that much humidity out there.
Well, it's a good thing we store those in a air controlled
Yes.
inside
Vault.
area.
I got a question. Who's Yeet?
Who's what?
What?
We got Yeet is cheering on the Gates boys. I just want to know who Yeet is.
Yeah. Oh, in the chat. All right, that's fair.
Yeah, 4 letters, 1 word. Yeet.
Big shout out to Craig and Fatality Games. I noticed they're watching along with us. Craig's on his break at work.
What's up, Craig?
What's up, brother? It's good to see you. Glad to got to hear your voice earlier on today.
Manny Outlaw's going in on you, Sean.
Yeah, he's been a huge
Hater.
yeah. It's fine.
Hater
Paul, I love
aid.
you. He's probably wearing the hat that I gave him personally myself, but that's fine.
You
Whatever you want, Paul.
finally got the hat.
Well, no, he doesn't have all of the ones that Jason was supposed to give me, but he has other ones.
Speaking of nice attire, let's take a look at that shirt that Adam's wearing there.
Magic wears the Siege V2
Yeah.
Shout out to
or the Red Knight.
the better half for buying that for him. Yeah, I notice how we still don't have a Green Knight jersey, because God forbid we have one for me.
We should go. I think we're due for another one, aren't we?
No, if we only had a contact at A to Z.
Yeah, like you, Jason.
Got our soft tip darts. We need to redesign those. Get some soft tip darts out there. These
We
things all
to
need to happen.
design them. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Not resign.
Redesign.
We need to modify them to soft tip. I know a guy.
Oh, yeah?
Big 4 mark there from Nick. Staying out in front, getting some extra points, and attacking the 17s to make sure those 2 marks on them don't really count as anything. And right now, the consistency of Nick is controlling this.
Derek Kitchen will buy some soft tip darts from us.
Well, and, you know, what's interesting, Nick is the only guy that has never shot on the Siege before. And he's come out one of the hottest.
So do we think that the heat and humidity is going to play a factor later on?
I think he could wear him down. I think the
I think
humidity especially.
It could. Let's just call a spade a spade. These are 4 pretty fit dart players.
Yep.
To be quite honest with you.
That's a Walmart.
Like, even if they don't work out at all, they're still pretty fit dart players out of the pool of dart players, including myself, right? So I think that might help a little bit. I think that having a hat on is going to help more than anything else with the sweat. I know a lot of people frown upon, like, wearing hats when you play darts and things like that, but I think in this situation it will help kind of capture a little bit of that.
They're wearing it backwards, too, both of them.
Well, I mean, they know where the moneymaker is. They're going to block that.
You got to. You don't want to hit that hat with your flight, right?
Brad Phillips saying, streaming at the Aspen Tavern down in Greenfield. Go Clarks.
Hey, look at that.
Thanks for
Thank you,
tuning
Brad.
in.
Thanks for streaming, guys.
Big brain on Brad. Brad's great.
That's a Walmart.
Great guy. Used to play on the north side a lot. Now he travels all over.
This is Aaron Clark. Finds himself behind in points right now, but they do have the 15 wedge.
Now, the big thing with
No score.
Aaron is he has a tendency to not follow through.
Okay.
So at throwing them soft tip darts, that's going to be a big issue. He needs to really focus on following through.
The one thing you're not going to, as not textbook as Nick's throw is, right, with the setup there, the one thing that you are going to see textbook is his follow through and how hard he throws that dart.
Yeah, he's very consistent
Yeah.
in that. And that's where the way he throws his first dart is critical.
Did Nick always throw in glasses? I don't remember him actually throwing in glasses before.
He likes to look smart sometimes.
Not sure.
And yeah, I
can't
think so.
remember. I think he's always.
No, he didn't. Not at
No.
all.
Yeah,
I don't know where I
yeah.
got that from.
Well, it's my fantastic memory at my age. I'm telling you. It's that fish oil I take.
That's 2 mark.
Stuff is disgusting.
Yeah, it is.
Like, how do you have a pill that tastes that terrible? Like, that's what I really
Well,
want
they
to
have
know.
krill oil now. That's supposed to be even better than fish oil. That
That's
tastes
fine.
even
But can't
worse.
they, like, cover it up with, like, it doesn't have, it's like just for a second. You just need to not taste something, you know? Like,
Why
just
don't
enough
you
to
get it
get the
from
water in your
fish,
mouth and
man?
swallow
There's
it.
a bunch of fish swimming around there squeaking right now because they don't have any oil.
Back to the match. Ridiculous. Chaser's watching from Aspen Tavern
That's 2 mark.
in Greenfield.
Billy Cox watching along. What's going on, Billy?
I heard something completely different than what you said there. I didn't hear you say Billy.
Justin said, "Nope, he's getting old now."
And we do have a bullseye cam, but let's not use it. Sponsored by Billy O'Neill's.
The Billy Bull.
Yeah, it switches back. I like that move a lot.
That's a 3 mark.
Yeah, it's a big dart. 107-point lead now.
He's got dust on his flight.
Yeah, got a little dust on that bottle.
That's from the bounce out.
Yeah.
And those also, they've seen better days. That's a bit of a flyer. Steps over. See if he bails out on dart 3. Nope, stays there for all of them. Go to the super bullseye cam.
It's a big shot for Adam. Big shout out to Billy O'Neill's.
I used to, back when I first started playing darts, I used to bend the knee too when I would throw, and I found myself getting like super inconsistent. Like, it's easy for you to like lunge up a little bit. It's easy for you to maybe bend down a little bit too low that night or too high that night, and it's hard to stay consistent that way.
When your body momentum is moving forward, the height of your release point is going to change when you bend that front knee like that.
I used to throw my feet parallel to the board, and then
You were 2 toes?
and I would lean forward.
Mm-hmm.
My back won't let me do that no more.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like
I would suggest it's not your back.
you were not doing or playing darts. It sounds like you were
Huge.
participating in yoga.
That's
It
a huge 3 mark right there.
It started because I was making fun of the great Billy Davis from Philadelphia.
Now,
He shot that way.
If Nick doesn't hit a bullseye here, what point do they switch over
Now.
to close those 17s and 16s?
That's a 3 mark.
Right there. And I think that's exactly what he just pointed on,
Yeah.
was each one of those. So
Now, you're within 3 bullseyes. Do you go ahead and close right here, or do you go right at bulls?
I'll throw one at the bull. Now close the 17 and go back at the bull.
or just stay there.
It's 2.
2 mark.
Yep.
I would have got rid of the bull, the 17.
We're not going to be on the bullseye cam
Yeah,
here. Tim.
Tyler's got to know. He's only
I guess
he's only
we are.
1 bull away.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
God knows what was.
Oh,
Oh, look at
look
that
at
from
that.
Tyler Gates.
To the Gate Brothers.
And we went all over the place in case he was going to shoot at the double 16 for no apparent reason whatsoever.
Don't
Well,
worry if you're
well-
prone to seizures. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
All right, second leg, it's open and double
So,
out. over
Apparently,
one.
so is Tim.
To my defense,
Oh, here we go.
Super Bowl's
Come
right
on.
above the 15, and my
That's all right.
And you missed an entire button
Yeah.
for a different button.
We need to hire somebody with skinnier
What is
fingers.
he doing here?
Trying to double in.
This is open in, open out. Or open in, double out. And
Keegan's
good luck with
like,
this.
I have no
it's
idea.
501. What's he doing?
I don't know.
The whole bowl's not worth 50.
Well, I think he's trying to score on him anyways. Let's see if he does it the second round. Let's
We've
Nick
seen-
opening up with that trip.
Yeah, it's so good.
He's solid with that
140.
big 140 open.
That first dart, if that's in,
Yeah.
they're just following.
Did you see Adam? Adam just realized, he's like, what am I doing? That's okay. It happens once. I will say I think that's the first time that has actually happened on the show.
Where
Which,
it's recognizable, right?
well, right. And we're going to call that a win.
Love how Tyler's wearing Lee Jones' jersey and it matches Magic Wear's new logo.
I love it.
All right, let's see where Adam goes this time.
20? 19?
Yeah, I bet he's going 20 right here.
You guys are wrong.
Yeah, no one gets 1.
11.
I think he's frustrated.
I
when
think
he-
he's going back to the Bulls.
Yeah. Well, he's mad at himself for shooting at the Bulls that first round, probably. You don't want to let him lose the whole game because of that. Tim, you and I talked before the match that Nick's first start is so crucial.
Yes.
If he gets that first start in, the other two are usually right behind it.
I was a little surprised that he was asking questions like how everyone thought he was going to do. Like, I know he's always been a very confident person,
Sure.
and I think he was just trying to get some extra motivation.
Well, you know, I'm going to bring this up because I'm the only guy here that wears glasses.
81.
Wearing glasses in that heat can be tricky because the glasses can slip on your face as you're throwing, as you're releasing. And
I was saying they're going to fog up.
yeah, well,
That too. That can happen.
Yeah,
I have contacts.
that doesn't
Full-time.
count. It's not like they're going to
God
slip
forbid,
in your eyeballs.
I'm sorry that you can't touch your eye. That doesn't mean that
Yeah.
like I should be punished for it.
Yeah.
That looks like it's in.
That's a good first.
59.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
But it's
That's
still
a
a good dart.
One cracked open a Coke.
Well, I'm going to blame the flight there.
You know,
It
looking
was a
at
little wonky.
looking at the condition of these flights and the flights that we saw a couple of
Tyler,
weeks
you
ago on
require
Bud Crystal's
155.
flights, we should hand out flights to these guys as they come in.
If you have any extras, I mean, we should sell those. We should just sell Siege flights, I guess.
55.
A one-piece system.
All right.
Leaves 100.
Leave a nice 2-dart combination there. All right, looking for a ton plus. Just get down and out. Adam Clark.
I do like how the name says Adam Clark and Aaron Clark, but you still made them put their middle initial.
And they're the
Nick,
same
you
little
require
initial.
100.
Yeah, really. That's what messed me up. Because Dart Connect will not let you put two people with the same initials.
85, triple 50. Oh, he messed up.
75 scored leaves 25.
Well, you can't do that in one dart. Go for the 25. That'd been really funny if you would have.
84.
I love Ryan's comment down there at the bottom. Tyler with the carry.
45.
And an 0-1 so far for the Clark
Tyler's
brothers.
requires
Not
16.
kind. And Tyler's on 16 here with miles to go before they sleep. If they need it. Nobody misses double 4, though.
No
Unless
score.
you hit it in the double 13.
Overachiever.
Tim, with that kind of a wind-up, do you think it's easier for him to go top side of the board or easier for the lower side of the board?
I couldn't even fathom.
Easier is, I don't think, a term I would
Yeah.
use for that because of that throw.
I would say for him, it's
5.
like that throw is. It's easier for him to throw at the bullseye.
Nick requires
Yeah, and I'd
16.
go top side just because there's so much arm speed generated because he swings it so far out.
Back to double 4. I thought he rushed the drawback in the last throw,
That's
Tyler.
fair.
Like sometimes, like he's got to do it with the right timing, or else it's just a little hard to do all of that.
Yeah, if you're
And
gonna
time it
if you're
fast.
gonna have any kind of movement, you need to be consistent in that movement.
21.
And the
Tyler, you
frustration
require 8.
for the Clark Bros right now.
But double out can get tricky for some of these guys.
This is a better rhythm.
No
Yeah.
score.
Yep.
And outside is fine. What's up,
Adam, you
Dez?
require
Little beast in the chat, watching along
167.
with us.
Hey, what's up, Desmond? Good to see you.
This would be a heck of a way to take it out. Not going to happen. Would have been really cool, though.
Yeah, I just want to put some pressure on this.
It's a little
Nick, you
bit.
require 8.
Nick's had some time to think about it now. Let's see how he does. Nobody misses a double 4.
Is it a good marker or a bad one? Bad.
Ooh,
That's both out. Yeah. We're calling him bad one now.
He's got all the top half.
4.
Oh,
I'd say he's got the whole top half
Yeah.
of the wedge.
Aaron, you require 120.
I think
Aaron
it's
needs to go 19.
Aaron might have the best mechanics in the garage.
he did go 19.
104, triple 18 for bullseye.
Is that?
Yep.
And you can see Adam's the one who is who's talking Aaron through those
21.
checkouts, which I like a lot.
I did set the
Tyler, you
top side and the
require
bottom
4.
side of the board cams too, Tim.
Good to know.
Oh, Madhouse. And he's
2.
staying in it.
Yep. So you're
Adam,
saying
you
there's a
require
chance.
102.
Oh, it's on.
10 for double 16. No, tops.
2 for tops. Oh, that would have been a heck of a
All
102
right.
checkout from Adam, and out of nowhere would have won that leg.
2.
Putting a lot of pressure on Nick, and it's double 1 right here.
It's a good first start for it. Got
Split
it.
those.
No score.
And double trouble is affecting the Gate brothers.
Aaron, you require 20.
And is that the Achilles heel for Nick? Not accustomed to shooting doubles, probably.
Could be, especially in steel.
Is that?
It's a 6.
Yep. So double
14.
7.
There it is.
No score.
And I don't know what he just did there. He busted the
Tyler,
double
you
seven.
require 2.
It's a bold move, Cotton. We're going to see what it pays off for him.
That's
It does
game.
not.
Yeah, it does not. That one hurt.
You have to go for it there. You
Yeah, for
absolutely
100%.
have to.
All right, so 2-0 lead now for the Gates brothers. That one could have gone either way. Of course, a lot of time spent at that double.
This time it's the Gates to throw first.
But Gates going
All the
first
best,
now,
game on.
and if they score the same and their finishing cleans up a little bit, this could get out of hand pretty quickly. But I wouldn't put it past Adam to get over like the early frustration and to start shooting
Yeah.
well.
Well, shooting at the Bulls. Let's see if he can shoot at the 20s this time. That'll be a big start.
Yeah, I think he needs to just take a deep breath, get set, follow through. He's fine.
There he is. Great first. Great second.
140.
Look at that. That's not a bad visit at all. I did hear you call a 9 marker.
I did. Yeah,
Yes.
9 darter.
A 9 darter.
Yeah, Stowe Bunce
22.
was gracious enough to hit the 9 in the semifinal.
I think your co-commentator was the most surprised.
Well, so AE and I, of course, can talk about after, like behind the scenes of that moment. But of course, I got to call the 9 darter for Spellman, and I wanted to make sure that that moment was given to AE. That was kind of my point going into it. So those last 3 darts I gave to him for it. And that first one, when it went in, he couldn't tell if it was the triple or the single.
Okay.
So that's why he was like a little hesitant on after the first dart. But then I thought it ended up being quite brilliant.
Yeah, I did too. I thought it was a very good call. Don't take it like I'm criticizing.
Oh, no, not at all.
It was a very genuine call because
yeah.
it was out of the blue. You know, I happened to be tuned in. I happened to be following along and saw that whole motion. But I think AE was doing. It seemed like he was doing some paperwork or something different, writing some stuff down at that point in time too. So it was it was an interesting one. It was a good call though.
Yeah, and of course, just the fact that there's now been 2 that I've been able to call, and I've had another wired 9 darter from Savada so far this year is just pinch me. You never know. And the Clark brothers are way out in front scoring wise in this one.
27.
That 140 definitely helped, but Adam in fuego currently in leg number 3.
I never realized Adam has one of my biggest pet peeves in darts. He moves his upper body to move out, like if something's blocking.
Oh, he just does
Yeah.
upper body
He
instead
just
of lower?
he just
Oh,
like
that's
shifts his
interesting.
whole body. I'm like,
Yeah,
hopefully he goes back and watches so he corrects that.
You gotta move the whole body there.
Stay straight up and down or stay consistent.
61.
But like he just shifted his whole body to the left or to the right. I'm like,
Sorry.
ooh.
51.
Yeah, I was about to say that was definitely not 61.
All right, Aaron, not looking at it out here, but looking to position himself well for his brother.
He's looking to position himself
Ooh.
well for his brother.
Big
Great
fair.
last.
Would you guys enjoy playing? If you guys as brothers play darts as well as you two, would you guys enjoy playing with them? Would it be something that you would look forward to doing on the Siege?
Yeah, I mean, all of my brothers
Adam,
play
you
darts,
require 92.
and they're unique. Like my brother throws it like 100 miles an hour and buries the dart into the dartboard.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And my brother Jason's a little more smoother, but he's also a lot more emotional.
Well,
61 left.
that's all people named Jason.
And then
smooth and emotional. That's how I'm described.
I said we all had a pretty good coach. So
Yeah, that's fair.
so.
that's fair. Yeah, Pops is one of a kind. And then
34.
yeah, I'd have fun playing with my brother. I think that'd be a good
Does
time.
he play darts at all?
No, not at all. He's not a very he plays guitar. He's
Yeah.
he's got full sleeve tattoos and like full legs. Like
I would think if you
he's
play
cool.
guitar, you have good hand-eye
Well,
coordination.
He's not really
had
athletic,
you-
but we'll see.
Aaron, you
We've
require
had your mom and dad here. We'll
Mhm.
get your brother here too.
There you go. Make him become the guitar guy at Muddy Boots.
There you go.
57 left, so 17 for Tops. Well, nope, not gonna get a look now.
54 left. He's looking at 14 for
That's a
his.
6.
51 left.
Oh, that's 11 for Tops. You heard his brother
Oh,
tell
no.
him. Oh,
22.
29.
He can just guess there, by the way. I'm just kidding. So Nick's just going to try and put some pressure on this 29, which he can do with a 140. 171 would be nice.
133, least 50.
97.
Nick does the opposite of most players. Most players lift their foot on the
Out of
third
your
dart.
required
Nick
29.
lifts his foot on his first 2 darts and keeps it on the ground on the third dart.
Well, the third dart was nice.
13. No, 5 for double 12.
Ooh, double 3.
Double 3 left.
6 left.
Convenient to bring up here. He's about 6'3", so
Yeah,
he's got to throw it down.
He's a tall drink of water.
He's already bending low.
Oh, wires it.
Oh.
Right there.
That was honestly a
Tyler, you
fantastic
require
dart at that.
86.
Yeah.
And this could be a huge 3-0 start if Tyler pins this. And is that
68, 18 for Bull.
18 scored, leaves 68.
see if he does stay or if he moves. He does stay. Is it in? Yeah, I'm going to guess so.
Bullseye.
Oh, right there.
61.
Tried to pop the balloon.
Big shout out to Keegan there, coming up with a score for the player right away.
I like we got to shout that out when it happens.
Now just walk that up. Oh, that's not the one.
Yep.
He didn't walk it up. He jumped it up.
4.
But that's not a bad.
No, I'd rather be a double 1 than
Nick, you require
6.
25.
Hey, Misty.
9 for double 8.
Yep.
There's the 9. Double 4.
And he pins the
There you
double
go.
4 and
To the
out the
brothers.
gates with a 3-0 lead are Nick and Tyler.
So now we're going to
All right,
cricket.
4th and final leg before it's singles action. And it's cricket time once again. This
Sorry,
time
Tim.
we got the
Playing footsie with you?
We are doing the singles matches a little bit earlier than normal. We're doing them Game 5 and Game 6 this time through, followed by a couple of 5-on-1 double in, double outs. But we wanted to move the single matches up so we don't want the match to end on a singles match. Let's put it that way. All right, so we want to avoid that at all costs.
No, and I agree. And when I played my last time, and I could see like that was kind of where it was headed there, it does put a lot of pressure on
3.
for singles and in a very real way.
Yeah.
And great call to add it early. Right now it's 3-0, right? If that's leg 7 and 8, and the Clark brothers are starting to think about this a little bit too much, a little bit more than, I mean, as much as they should be right now, because this is how I would think about it, being down 3-0. Of course, based on my success record.
Well, if they win this one and they win both the singles,
That's 4
yeah, it's a tie ball game, right? So,
Well, that's also
Yep.
very true.
yep. I
Yes.
could do math like that.
Yes, if
And
they lose the first 3 legs and win the next 3 legs, it is
Yeah.
tied.
Yep.
That is math.
See, I'm here to help.
Help. You're here to do all the work.
One of the things I have noticed, just
That's a
I don't
four.
have stats to back this up, but after the singles matches, the player that's not playing obviously gets a break, so both players get a little bit of a break. You tend to see better quality darts come back beyond the singles matches, and you see a much higher average.
Typically, but I think that you
That's a 2-bar.
stop that momentum immediately with it being double in, double out.
That's fair.
Because if they don't get in right away, then it reverts right back. And especially if it's Tyler and Aaron playing, which means that the player going first
That's a 1-bar.
to start all the double in, double out on both sides took that previous leg
Yeah,
off.
it took essentially an 8-minute break.
Yeah. So they're coming right back in to shoot doubles right away.
That's a 2-bar, or 3-bar, sorry.
Whatever you want to call it, Keegan.
Yeah.
It's your world. We're just living it. And we're joined once again by the Philly legend, Tim Neal.
Thanks.
They didn't even notice you were gone,
Me neither.
weirdly
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah, the camera stayed right where it was.
That's a 5-bar.
That's a big last right there. Puts that point lead up a little bit higher.
Telling you, Adams had quite a few moments of brilliance. And Aaron hasn't done anything wrong. They're just missing. They've missed doubles. That's why it's 3-0.
So Aaron had
That's a
those
5-bar.
2 wayward darts that didn't count. Threw him off the board. But
Yeah.
needs to focus on just again. That's being lazy and not following through.
You mean
There's
like
another
that?
That's a
Oh.
3-bar.
At least he
Yeah.
listened to his brother.
A huge last start there. Can we also shout out the shoe shirt combination from Adam?
2-bar.
Well, and Adam just bought those shoes today.
Like
For
just
the siege, yeah.
for the jersey?
Yeah.
Because it matches the castle color perfectly. So shout out to that.
Yeah, I usually match just the red
I like the
side.
way it comes out of the screen, comes back into the shot, and takes the shot.
And he is wearing a sleeve, and
It's
it's a ice cream cone. Yeah.
Now watch Nick's back foot here. It'll lift up first 2 darts.
You can see he barely puts any pressure on it.
And then stay on the ground on this third one.
They lifted a little bit. Whatever movement he did there, I thought was pretty consistent with all 3. Like he even double taps his back foot. I don't know if you noticed that. Well, he goes tap.
It's almost like a nervous tap before he throws, right?
Well, it's the same thing as the drawback. It times it the same exact way. Cody Young, what's up, brother?
I forget where I was watching. I saw there was one guy playing, and he was only standing on one leg. His other leg was completely off the ground.
We used to have Steve Murphy used to do that for fun.
Yeah. I tend to do that after about 1 a.m.
No, that's when you're doing your poses in bed. Well, that's you time. We don't need to talk about you time. Well, the Maloney double on dart 2 is a bold move, but it pays off for him. Once again, the Clark brothers are in control.
Yeah, 2 out of 3 matches. They've really been in control early. Just can't hit the doubles or can't maintain.
That's a 1 mark.
And you almost wonder if it's more frustrating that way than the other way. Like you're getting blown out the first few legs, and you're like, I just haven't thrown well yet, and maybe that can help. In this situation, they've almost just the timing's been poor, and then you wonder if the dart gods are just against you.
That's a difficult
That's
visit.
a 7 on the 10s.
Yeah, it's a difficult visit right there. You get very frustrated with that kind of a dart.
Someone's got the sniffles out there.
It's Keegan. Oh, then that's gone.
Yeah.
He's going for kill shot right here.
That's a 3 mark.
Yeah, finding that groove.
Billy O'Neill, Billy's bull cam. Super bullseye.
Oh, Nick with the perfect first dart.
That's a 20.
That's a 3 mark.
Yeah, it does find a 16, a little happy little accident there. Keegan, stop it. They're going to start thinking.
That's a 4 mark.
Allergies, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
No score.
Yeah, I guarantee that heat's starting to build up a little bit in that garage right now. The door is closed. We do have an AC unit pumping away out there and a couple of fans going. But the pressure of this match with that many people in that small of a room, you're going to see that temperature start to climb.
Well, and
that's game shot.
there it is. The Clarks do get their first leg on the board. Right before we go to singles, it will be Nick and Adam starting off, which is going to be a good battle. The 2 players going first, the 2 hotter players so far in this match.
Alan, did you really tear your ACL?
And you don't need that for darts.
Yeah.
Lateral movement.
Just get a brace with some wires on it. You're good to go.
A big shout out. A big
people
thank
playing
you
wheelchairs all the time. I mean,
everybody
what do you want?
watching in YouTube.
Tyler Hensey plays with one hand. What do you want, man?
Oh, 1. All right. Excellent. In the 5th leg, it is Adam Clark to throw first. Oh, sorry.
Adam.
It's Nick versus Adam, right? Singles.
5th leg, it should be the game.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, my apologies. Nick to throw first.
And it's singles, right?
All the best. Game on. $41.
They're like, no.
$60.
Kind of like this singles setup right now. To Nick and Adam, not have to worry about picking up their brothers, just focus on their game.
Exactly. And same thing
31.
once Tyler and Aaron step up, right? Even if it's 4-1, and there is going to be more pressure on Aaron at that point. it's still not late enough in the match where it's panic mode.
Right.
Nick and Tyler will only be to the halfway point at that in that spot, so still a lot left and a lot more to play for. But it does start to feel a little bit more daunting.
85.
The longer you go along doing that.
Yep. I thought that was in.
41.
Pretty even match going on so far. Or not.
Yeah, Nick's starting to
19.
heat up a little bit. I think that's a
85.
single. No, it is in the triple. Couldn't tell without the super bullseye. I will say this.
Super Bullseye, you want to solve it all?
Super point. Good call. I will say this. There's a mistake happening right now. And
23.
it is from the two players that are not playing right this second.
They should be out there watching.
Well, not that. They should be out there watching just because the difference in heat outside in that arena versus inside here, they're going to go back out there and they're going to be sweating profusely right away.
31.
It's amazing probably how sticky they feel right the second versus how they felt
Right.
a minute ago. And if I'm them, I tell their partners, don't leave because it's going to get stickier.
Yeah. I'd move
And
over.
as you see, they're actually, you're going to see them walk back in about
Yeah.
now, and it's because they feel that heat.
They're like, ugh. Police say clammy hands are the worst.
Yep.
Is that for me? Like, it's not even the heat; it's the humidity aspect of it.
85.
Oh,
Yeah.
and that's what the feeling is when you come in here
Yeah.
versus out there.
Yeah. And the good, I mean, that the air conditioning unit is also a dehumidifier, so it's supposed to help a little bit, but you can only do so much when it's that hot and humid outside.
6. Nick, you require 143.
If that first one goes in, I wouldn't be surprised if he takes us out. Down 19.
59.
Adam needs a ton here.
Yeah, this is a trouble spot.
That's huge. That's a huge second dart.
And
81.
honestly, the adjustment to the third dart too, being
Nick,
Yeah.
you
right
require
above the wire is
84.
impressive. But Nick, 2-dart combination here, treble 20. Not gonna go. So triple 17 for double 16.
Adam needs to throw.
Four-score
Needs to
lead
start at the
lead.
bullseye.
24. Adam, you require 135.
Bullseye start.
He should.
And he also should know this. And I only say that because he's been able to rattle off finishes to Aaron when Aaron's been down there at that.
Well, there is a couple of out charts in the garage as well.
Well, nobody cares about those. Just kidding.
Not that he's going to remember, but I've actually gone over the out shots. What
Nick,
single can I hit that'll
60.
leave me an out shot with 2 darts left in my hand? So
Well,
he's heard it before.
obviously it's the ones that are different than what they'll be playing in soft tip that are the biggest challenge for them.
Double 19.
Yep. Oh,
22.
another good dart on the bottom wire.
Adam, you require 88.
I'm a triple 20 guy here.
It's because we're left-handed.
Now 18 for Bull. He literally told his brother this shot.
All right, 52 left.
55.
I mean, you can't keep giving Nick these opportunities
Nick,
at
you
Bull.
require
I mean, at doubles.
38.
No, you can't.
Even weird ones like 38.
That's right. You just hope you miss the inside, hit the doubles. That's a 7.
Well,
Well,
31.
31. 15 for double 8.
Yep.
It's a little bit weirder now. Oh, no.
Oh,
And
man.
around the outside.
Now, this is a huge opportunity.
22.
This
mean-
is usually where the mistake is made, where
Adam, you require 33.
Big number.
shoot to 17, ends up hitting the triple.
Yep, got to get the big number here. That'd have
Alright.
been crazy,
Double
though.
eight.
Oh, and he has a single
Score.
16, which is
He
the big number.
Rushed the second dart.
It's kind of exactly what you just said.
Yeah, I agree. He did rush that second dart.
I can only imagine their partners right now are almost pacing back and forth watching this action.
Double 4. Look at that PDC logo.
And
There
nobody
it
misses
is.
double 4. And it is now a 4-1 lead for the Gates brothers. And Tyler has an opportunity to really, really make this a difficult comeback opportunity for the Clarks. But Aaron has the weight on his shoulders here to keep them in this. 4-2 is way different than 5-1.
Yeah, this is a huge match for Aaron. You know, Tyler, win or lose, he's going to be happy about winning, but not too upset about losing. But for Aaron right here, this is going to be huge. He doesn't want to end this match down 5-1. Does take a minute for Keegan to switch over the board.
It should be Aaron starting. Aaron. There it is.
Wow, it's like he can hear you and he can't. That was actually. I need everybody to know that Keegan cannot hear him.
Yeah, after this many shows, we tend to talk to each other through our minds.
Or telepathy. Follow through, bro. Follow through. There
There it is. Yeah, just keep doing what you did on that second dart. That looked pretty.
If he can shoot 60s and 70s, I mean, that's going to give him a big advantage here.
Yeah, I agree.
But we've seen Tyler before. Like, he will hit that huge, massive shot out of nowhere.
Yeah, and Tyler's going to be real relaxed this match, right? This particular game, there's not a lot of pressure on this particular round for him.
One big thing with Tyler, too, is, like, if you ever see him out and about at draws and stuff, they're all about gambling and playing, putting pressure on each other to play. So
Sure.
he loves that pressure aspect.
Yeah.
So that might be an advantage to him if he's able to stay within the scoring system.
And you said you're talking about Tyler?
Yes.
What? I'm going to tell. He probably doesn't want me to ever tell this story. I'm going to tell the one time that I played in a trips tournament with him. It was an ABC trips tournament that we drove about 3 hours to. It was me, OB, and Tyler, and it was supposed to be me, OB, and then John Mink was our third person, but John couldn't make that, so Tyler filled in as our B player. And
46.
well, I didn't shoot very well. Of course, it's me. I'm the C player. OB did fine. Tyler averaged like a 0.5 in both matches, and then we drove home the 2.5 hours together. And that being said, I'll still take it because the whole time we had a great time together. It didn't matter. Like, it was frustrating in the moment for him, not for us.
55.
I mean, it's hard to not root for someone like a Tyler Gates.
Yeah.
As your partner or not.
When he's on your team, he's your hype man. He's
Oh,
like your own
100%.
personal hype man.
30.
All right, now Aaron's going to have to put that throw out of his mind as soon as possible. He believes that dart on the floor was a 60.
It wasn't, but he can believe all he wants.
Yep.
It was definitely 60. No matter what.
You got to get it out of
Always
his mind
60.
right quick.
23.
Well, Michael Jordan never hurt anybody.
So if he can get down to an outshot here, that gives him a 9-dart buffer. That's a great first dart.
And again, this is Aaron performing
47.
when he needs to. The 71, the 60, the 81, those are big scoring rounds for him in this.
We're shooting a 56 average, and like Tim said earlier, he wants to keep around that 60 average. He's going to be in good shape. He's the first turn out here. Tyler's rushing his shot a little bit.
He is trying
pace-
to
Yeah.
and move his body a little bit more.
Yep.
Yeah.
His pace of throw.
If I'm Aaron here, I'm like, oh my god, I know I have 9 darts. I can relax.
Yep.
Get set and just throw the dart.
56.
Yeah. Just as soon as you can, get you down to a 1 or a 2 dart combination.
The only thing is, if he starts fumbling on the double, and Tyler gets to that 156, 151,
Yeah.
148,
Well-
he's more than capable of drilling it. We've seen it before.
Yep.
And
We've seen Tyler hit it big out here before.
He's known for that.
We've also seen Tyler hit a big out here
yeah,
before.
156.
Just trying to cut you off again, just like we both were doing.
Word.
It's like this is why Tim doesn't talk. It's like as soon as he has a great point, we just cut him off and say it for him, and then he's like, "Well, then why am I even speaking?"
Yeah, because it was a great point and you thought of it. We just picked up on it.
We just knew you weren't gonna be able to finish it. Oh, there's the setup.
There it is.
Under pressure.
Aaron, you require 68.
Follows the 5 with an 83 and then a 97. And I mean, let's call this a spade a spade. There's no reason to believe this wouldn't be
18 bull.
a kind of something that's going to take a little bit of time for Aaron to finish. He's yet to hit a bull.
Yeah.
Or yet to hit an out. Not a bull, but an out. Tyler's at least has
72.
he at least has one.
He shot the right shot.
36 leaves you
This.
56.
56
Aw.
left.
He at least has this. It's all right. 49.
43 scored.
Uh,
Aaron, you require
Cleanup duty here.
25.
First start's important. And it's always annoying when you miss the first start.
Yeah, you want to have 2 darts at that out. Okay.
Ooh, double
Double
12.
12.
And that's game
And
There
he
you
hits
go.
it. Big
Huge
dart.
shot.
Aaron Clark.
1 for 2 on the doubles in that leg, and 4-2 is massive.
I'm telling you, this one's going to be close. Folks, stay right with us. This one's going to be a fun one.
Hey, is
We're
your,
going to go to double in, double out.
is your tea gone cold?
No.
I'm just wondering why. I got out of bed at all.
Oh.
Because it's Dido time.
Oh, here we go. If you give us a chance, give us a like, give us a share. We're coming to you for the next 3 Tuesdays consecutively, and I can tell you that we've got some big throwers coming up, and maybe some names you haven't heard of for a long time, and maybe some names coming out of Southern Illinois. So, I'm going to introduce you to some new players that you may have never met before, but excited to have them. We've got city champions coming up.
All the best came on.
Double in, double out.
I favor Nick and
No score.
Tyler in this a little bit just because I know that Nick has played this format at many
Don't
big
think it's-
events, but it's been a while.
Adam has been playing double in, double out split bull singles leagues.
Okay.
So I think he's going to be confident in it.
And he's in.
60.
And
There you
I
go.
regret everything I just said.
Gotta remember,
The voice
Double
of
in,
American darts.
double in, double out split bull soft tip has been hot right lately
Yeah,
here
it has.
in the area. So
It has.
No score.
everyone's trying to get in on that Premier League.
Yeah, I take full credit for doing that too,
Yeah,
by the
I'm
way.
sure you do.
Yeah.
As you should, because no one's gonna know that anyway.
Yeah, no one ever played that before. I invented the siege.
Hey, is he in?
Aaron's in twice.
23.
Yep. Well, he was in once.
22. Yeah, but see, Nick hit a huge shot here, and they're even.
Like this.
Yeah, they're in.
Like this. He's switching.
52 in.
I like when Keegan, it almost sounds like a guess when he says it.
Well, he's reading the Dark Connect board. Yeah,
I mean, yeah, it's fair.
It's like he knows.
yeah, really.
55.
Well, listen, I'm not calling him out for anything. There's no way in heck I'd be able to do that job at any point in time.
Well, notice you and I duck out of it whenever
Every
we,
time.
whenever we have the opportunity. It's either Tim or Rosner.
Yeah.
I'm so like we're
I
probably
offer,
like so
but no.
boring and monotone.
Yep. Yeah, it ruins the show. No, I'm just kidding.
That's why I don't go back and watch it when I'm doing it.
19.
And welcome to the Siege. I can't remember. I'm-
yeah. My name is. Give me a second. Let me get my license.
I love it. Sean called on that I forgot Tyler's name when we were talking. Let me get it.
It happens.
It wouldn't be me if it.
I still get Adam and Aaron mixed up.
I mean, obviously, you've said both names just for each other many times. We just stopped
Yeah,
correcting you on it.
45.
hey, that's a good-looking 45.
Would have liked to seen a close-up of that good-looking 45.
Board don't lie.
60.
60.
I
That's
am
why
seeing,
that-
yeah,
that
I'm
was
seeing a
great.
lot more movement in Tyler all of a sudden.
Statues in the chat. Mr. Trevor Sellers watching along.
What's going
up,
on,
brother?
Trev? Thanks for not answering my text earlier on today.
Yeah, but he's in the chat now. So, Trevor, can you answer that question in the chat?
Yeah.
Just
Trevor
was it
needing
about?
you to guest host next week, if possible.
Trevor, can you guest host next week? Hillary said it was fine already. Don't even ask her.
81.
Hey, cleans it up.
We in there.
Close match here. It's the first close 0-1 game that we've had. Close this early, let's put it that way. Usually one team is dominating. It's a great first. He could stay right there, though. He's back on the 20s.
I shoot the 18.
125.
Well, you would be
Never seen that.
wrong.
Yes.
That dart popped into the treble 20. And the Clarks are in the driver's seat to put this within one.
Yeah, Lee often talks about he gets clammy hands when it's this hot in the arena, and you saw that on that first dart there. Had trouble releasing the dart.
Triple 18, double 12.
I do like I mean, that's a good brother answer, right? Like, just do whatever you want to do. Like, yeah, don't overthink it.
Trevor, you misunderstood. We're asking if Hillary can come next week.
Yeah, we don't care about you.
Yeah.
Although if you say we
yeah.
in there, that means both.
Yeah.
We'll decide once you get here.
You can get drinks for me and Hillary as we're on air.
Leaves 20.
56 leaves that.
22.
Oh, wires
right
it.
there. Just on the outside.
They will be back, but
Call that the Lewis dart. Double 11 to win his first world
there
championship.
you go.
Oh, my God.
The 80.
Adrian Jackpot Lewis.
39. Adam, you require 22.
All right.
22 to make it a 4-3 score line. Walk it in, just walk it in, just walk it in, just walk it in, just walk it up and in. That was up and in, but just not all the way.
He threw that last dart first. He might have had a good marker.
123.
Tyler needs to start to the 19.
And he does.
Triple 18 for bullseye. And this is
Yeah.
the Tyler shot.
Here we go.
What'd he
Oh, he rushed it is what he did.
Leaves 32.
Yeah, happy little
Aaron
accident.
require 22.
Aaron looked like he was about to call a striker a ball from behind there.
Well, he hit the pressure shot in the singles match. Let's see if he can do it here.
He left it.
Oh,
hit the
and
three.
he didn't.
He said darn.
I think he said frog.
No score. Nick, you require 32.
Nick's been going inside a lot on this double 16. Let's see what happens on this first start. That's a better marker. Oh, just on the inside. Leaves himself with a double 8, though.
Adam, you require 22.
Well, it might not matter.
Yeah, that third dart of Adams was really good. Let's see where the fourth dart's going to go.
I like being aggressive here. Oh, how is that not in?
This on the outside of the wire.
How is that not in?
How do we not have a camera that can see that better?
Well, that's you, Jason.
Nope, none of them.
Ugh.
Whoever set the
Yeah.
angles up failed.
No score.
Man,
Right in
nothing.
the wires.
I think you put the second one in between the first one and the wire. That was crazy.
All
Adam,
right.
you require 16.
Keegan giving a bird's eye view there to make up for our camera. Double 2.
And that's
There it
Gates'
is.
shot in
There
the
it
seventh
is.
Big
line.
shot by Gates there. Takes a 5-2
Second
lead.
brothers.
Yeah, back in the driver's seat. The separation back up to 3 legs.
All right, let's do this one more time. This time we got the Clark brothers throwing first. All the best came on.
I'd like to give a big shout out and,
Yes, sir.
more importantly, a huge thank you to all those watching along with us. We've got 80 watching along with us. That's the first time we broke 80.
He's in.
He's in with double 1.
Let's see if we can't get up to 100 this time through. Thank you, folks, for
122 in.
thanks for that in. That's a
Wow.
nice one. But thanks, folks, for joining us here on YouTube. It is a pleasure to have you along. This is The Siege. I am Jason Ives, joined by Mr. Sean Green
What's
and
up?
Tim Neal on cameras tonight. Keegan Ives in the arena doing the referee job and the scorekeeping job, and these players are playing fantastic tonight.
Both of them in. So now we're just playing normal darts here, and the Clark brothers are running.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when these players come back from that little break of singles, they're more acclimated, they're fresher, they got new game plans. You just see the overall averages and quality of darts go up quite a bit.
Tyler's getting a lot more consistent. He's getting confident in his throw.
Yep.
What's up, Nate? Nizzle in the chat. With Emma.
45.
What's going on, Nizzle? Trying to work a spot out for Nizzle in the siege as well. Looking forward to having him on.
41. $70.
Yeah, it's a big last, big trip 20.
I wonder how much Keegan thinks about the emphasis that he puts on certain numbers, because like sometimes the way he says things are just like 70 versus 85. Like the 70 sounds like it's worth way more than it is, and whenever it's like that single number, just the way that he says it is awesome. And speaking of awesome, Adam is throwing absolute fire.
Leaves himself 60.
This is what we
60.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he keeps saying leaves himself 60. This is what we talked about at the beginning, though, Jason, about Adam and how he was going to be that player that you might not have known coming into this.
Yeah.
And you're going to know afterwards it's because of the talent that you're seeing there. And, well, that's the fat number the hard way.
Oh,
but
yeah, he's hit a couple of outs
That's
recently
a great
too.
miss,
But
though.
yeah,
With them on a bogey.
he almost did exactly what he really needed to do.
Give his brother 3 darts at a double.
Yep.
Switch.
58.
Not to that number, though. We got to switch to the 19.
Adam, you require 40.
All right, let's look at the double 20 here.
Yes, sir.
Tops. Double 10. I'm surprised we have all those covered on the doubles. There,
Good
Jason.
Marker. Good marker.
Oh, that wasn't in anyways, but if it messed up my paint job, he's not coming back. I'm going to tell you right now.
Well, you notice we haven't had Puff back since he broke the fireplace.
Hey, big happy birthday to Sean, too.
Yeah.
It's his birthday recently.
Shout out.
I got your fireplace, but I kept it.
He didn't hang it up below the dartboard anymore. Double 10. Aaron's.
Ooh, he's hit some doubles.
Yeah.
Double 5.
I just got to be careful.
There
He
it
pins
is.
it. Big dart.
He loves that last dart.
Corey Beecham said, night, this one's over, folks, after the last one, but
Yeah.
5 to
Clark
3
said,
is
"Hold on a minute."
new scoreline. And
Right.
we're back to cricket time here,
Guys, you know
Keegan.
what time it is. It's my favorite time of the evening. It's cricket time. This time we got the Gate brothers throwing first. All the best game out.
He has enunciated the gates different every time he calls their name.
So let me tell you this, because he's not in the room. When Keegan was small, from the age of from about 5 to 8, for the first communication that he had, he would reproduce The Price is Right. His favorite show that he would watch every day was Price is Right, right? So he
Come
would
on
reenact
down.
all day long, every day. He would be Bob Barker and reenact The Price is Right, and he's that's where he got that voice from. And when Sean talks about the different highlights he puts on different numbers, that's where that all comes from. I've been listening to that for 27 years now, almost.
Man, that's what I was talking about. I love it.
No,
I
yeah.
absolutely love
Yeah.
that.
That's a
It is something that it can be mimicked, but it's a natural part of art of being able to effectively do this.
We're blessed. Keegan is definitely a big part of this show, and
And it still took us 88 shows to mic him up.
yeah.
88.
We blame you, Jason.
Yeah, well, I mean, anything that goes wrong.
Oh, that's in.
Yeah.
That's a 5.
Yeah, just smacking. He loves the game
With
of cricket.
conversion tips.
Yeah.
And that's where
Yeah.
conversion tips versus, so it doesn't matter as long as you're firing the dart in the dartboard like that.
He's throwing with speed. He's throwing more on the line drives, though, right?
Or if you're using that Blade 6 triple core.
Yeah. With unswelled fibers.
Yeah,
Perfect.
no swole fibers here.
That's a Walmart.
Rob, we'd love to have you back. We'll fit you in somewhere.
We'll get you in, Rob. Love to have you back, too.
That's a 2-bar.
That's an
Rob,
unlucky five.
I would love to have you back too. I might as well say it.
Yeah, we tried to get you in, but Sean said no.
That's not true. Guys, don't make me a pariah in my own area.
In your own hood.
That's a 3-bar.
I'm already enough of a pariah in my own area.
Nick using the doubles, close out the 18s. Yeah, just one big visit from either Adam or Aaron, and this all changes. Could this be the start?
This is definitely the start.
Nope.
That's a 6-bar.
How about the bottom side of the board? Just throwing that out there.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at them apples. That's crazy. And staying aggressive, closing him out before he goes.
That's a 2-bar.
Well, he missed by 2, but we're not going to worry about that little guy.
16s now. I tried. I mean,
No, the mouth sound
That's what I was looking at.
that you just gave was the.
I thought you wanted the bottom side of the board.
we'd like to see number 16 too, possibly. Not
Well, we
everybody
know where
knows.
the
if
16
someone,
is.
If someone set up the
Well,
board
maybe we
correctly.
got some newbies watching the show.
I know what everyone's watching along thinking. You guys are like, wow, it would have been really awesome if the brothers were actually doing commentary and arguing with each other the whole time. But instead, you have us arguing with each other the whole time. So, tomato.
All right, Adam only needs 1-16 to close out, but he closes the 15s right away. Another one of those takes a point lead, and closes a 16. Huge starts right there. That's a big visit. That's a game changer.
Yeah, that's the timed beautifully 7 mark. And
Philly's bull came.
No score.
for no score there from Tyler.
This is where communication is huge. If Aaron misses, go right to point and or just stay there. That's just outside.
That's just 1 mark so far. That's a 1 mark.
See how Nick handles this.
Needs a point.
That's a 1 mark.
All right, Adam needs 2.
Go to the Super Bullseye Can brought to you by Billy O'Neill's Pub and Eatery.
That was low.
That one's high. Field goal?
Yeah,
That's a 1 mark.
All right, got the one on the last.
I love you said that first one was low. It was definitely way high.
Yeah,
You
camera's
just guessed.
upside down.
Oh, that's so funny.
It's
That's
2.
2 mark.
Almost ruined a new catchphrase right there because of you.
What's that?
You're going to have to wait for it, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's right there on the wire. No, it's not.
And that's game shot.
There it is.
Interesting that I just changed the target is why Aaron did that on Dart 2. And sometimes that does kind of break the ice for people.
Yep. We are back to 5-4.
And it's cricket one more time. This could be a 5-5 scoreline. And
'cause
Corey Beecham could just be the
jinxer.
I mean, listen, if there's one thing we've learned so far, he likes to jinx some stuff.
yeah, he
Let's
does.
run it back one more time.
We're kind of not happy that you were a Pacers fan in the finals there, bud.
The 10th flag this time. The Clark brothers are throwing first.
Is it 5-1? That's cricket. All right, this is
cricket.
going to be our last cricket
Oh,
game
last
for the
game
next
up.
4 legs. If we play another game of cricket after this, it's tied 7-7.
And that means Sean's right.
Well, Jason picked 8-6. As I
Yeah.
often refer to myself as in third person.
That's a 7 mark.
We've had some huge openings on
Adam's
cricket,
on
haven't
fire.
we?
even the 01s, like
Yeah.
140s.
These first
120 with
that first 9 average, that's going to be huge for these guys. And here we go again with Nick pounding the 19s.
That's a 5 mark.
So they said Nick and Adam are playing off each other. Like if one hits
Yeah.
a huge shot, the other one
Yeah.
follows it up. So it keeps it extremely competitive.
Well, and you got to hand it to Aaron and to Tyler as far as what they've been able to contribute as well.
Yeah.
They may not be at the level of these 2 other guys, but they're definitely coming in and closing some big matches, scoring some big points when they really need to. That's a solid 4 mark right there from Tyler.
I think Aaron's been more consistent than Tyler has, but Tyler has hit the huge shot at the right time.
Yeah, I agree. Just look at those eyes. The eyes
He's just-
staring.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
just
staring
laser focused.
right down where it is.
Yeah, they're so beautiful. Oh, wait, that's not what you meant.
Yeah.
Sorry. My bad. I got lost in those for a second.
There he is tapping that back foot again. Lifts it up pretty good on that toe.
Again, it's the same rhythm every time with the tap and everything.
And he keeps his foot on the ground on the third there again. Just a different thing. You see his body doesn't go as far forward, so his release point is a little bit higher on that third dart.
Oh, look at that from
Yes, 318.
Aaron. Starting to get greedy, and it's paying off. Or as a flyer. One of the two. But if you're going to miss into the double. I do like that Tyler's just throwing the darts now.
Yep.
And I'm okay with him playing like that.
Yeah.
He's missing right this second, but I think he's going to end up hitting more than he misses shooting that way. But the Clarks right now are smelling a even score line, which would be the first time it's tied since it was 0-0.
That's a 4 mark.
Playing smart.
Yeah.
They're ensuring the win here. Of course, the 4-2 helps with the smart play.
Right.
Well-
But the big thing is, like, Adams really capitalized it on Tyler's misses.
That's 3 mark.
Yeah.
So Nick is just trying to keep up with Adam at this point.
Let me ask these 2 guys here because, they're the ones that are here, Tim and Sean. But feel free to answer in the chat. It's a chicken and an egg type question.
Chicken.
Egg.
That's a 4 mark.
Do players get better at darts and then get smarter at darts, or do players get smarter at darts and then get better at darts?
That's a 4 mark.
That is a chicken and the egg because it depends on the player. Like, I'm definitely smarter at darts. That doesn't mean I'm better at darts than I was 10 years ago. Leonard Gates has gotten smarter at darts after getting way better at darts. So,
Yep.
Either way it can work.
I would say I was a better player before I learned how to play the game. Like, I mean, I got more consistent
Yep.
by learning how to play the game correctly.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But I was naturally good from right off the rip.
And I've seen a lot of Adam play in Greenfield, at Mikey's, and at other places. And Adam's just gotten smarter at darts. And it's almost improved the quality of his darts.
I think he's gotten better because he's going out to try to play better people.
Yeah.
I think that's
Which is
making
making him
better.
smarter.
Which is making him smarter. And that's how he's become
I think it's
smarter.
forcing him to be more
Yeah,
competitive.
it goes either way.
Chad, did you guys all realize that there was no actual answer that was accomplished there that whole time?
Oh, there was never
That's a
going to be
6
anything.
mark.
But that's a nice 6 mark right there from Tyler. Beautiful darts.
Just scrappy, just hanging around.
It's a huge dart right at the right time.
But it's not going to matter there because
That's a smart dart.
Adam's dart is starting to pop into the board a lot better.
Yep.
And it's starting to go in at the same kind of click as Nick's. And
No, 20's not
if
close.
you're
You got points.
if you're wondering how
Hot rod,
How-
that is false.
to get better at darts, I mean, that pop, that sound, it's why those guys are the better players on their teams.
No score.
They throw with that extra emphasis.
Hot rod, your sarcasm is hilarious.
Yeah, Ben Fair is saying most get better quick are going to get smarter later.
That's a 2 mark.
No, for sure. If you're getting good quick,
Yeah.
it's hard to do both those things at the same time.
All right. Tyler looking to keep these guys in it here. They're down by almost 4 balls.
That's a 1 mark.
Well, and a few wedges.
And a few wedges. All right, Adam looking for 3 here.
Yep, and there's no reason to switch at all, no matter what.
No.
That's a 1 mark.
Broke the seal.
Stay on Billy's bull cam. Just a bit low.
Bohemian Rhapsody. A little high and a little low.
Score.
Yeah, there's probably 3 people in the chat that got that one.
Well, that's why I explained it.
One more.
Ooh. Call him
Look
the
at-
closer.
Look at the pixels.
I think we nicknamed him the closer last time he was here, too.
I can guarantee I've never had that nickname.
No score.
I can guarantee you no one's ever called it to you.
Just a single here from Adam.
And
There you
There
go.
it is.
We're
Big dart.
tied.
To the Clark brothers.
5-5.
I'd like to thank Corey Boucher for running his mouth.
Yeah. Come on, Beecham. I mean,
From 5-2 down,
Like,
the Clarks have tied it up. It's
it's
5-all.
it's almost crazy, man. Like,
And
if
let's
I'm
kick it
you,
off
I
with
start
the
becoming
0-1
fans of the
action
teams that I
side.
hate.
The 11th flag is the Gates brothers to throw first. Or Gates brothers to throw first. All the best. Game on.
All right.
So we got 4 runs at 0-1 here.
Yep, we're going to play some 0-1. Who's got the advantage in 0-1, guys?
Gates, and I'm gonna call it right now. This match
100.
ends without that last leg,
Okay, so you going 8-6?
even though I called a last leg decider anyway
Yeah.
at the start.
Well, I picked 8-6, so that's usually correct. Although, the fact is, the viewers picked this game,
60.
right? They submitted this game. They did a lot better job than we do of picking even teams.
Amen.
Joel Cunningham. What is that throw?
Well, that's fair.
That is
That's
tied.
the windup.
Yeah.
The release is fine. Corey says, "Don't let Tyler or Nick see this," as it has been the jinx of the century. And honestly, that's the first thing we're gonna say.
You got to make those darts count.
Like, this wasn't even your fault. Corey rooted for you.
23.
All right, Nick, hit a ton last time.
I'm going to bet against every Colts game and see what happens.
Oh, you're probably gonna win a lot of those bets this year, and that's
That's-
coming from a Colts fan.
That second one may be in there. Nope, it's not.
The last thing we wanted to hear was Daniel Jones is winning the quarterback competition.
I saw that. I saw that today.
That's a big first.
Probably a decent second.
100.
Nice 100.
Got that top of the board cam, too. That's always available for us.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't even.
I mean, I don't like it from that angle.
Yeah,
Well,
my
that's the
team-
whole reason for that top
No, I
of the
mean,
board
like-
No, it's
cam.
not.
I mean, the last 2 darts, we didn't see them at all, so of course I don't like it. That was the bottom of the board cam.
The bottom looks right straight on, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's not the point. It's also to show that switched angle. Like right there, you can see if that first dart is actually in the treble or
Yeah.
the single.
Yeah.
The whole point
if
of it-
only you and I were working cameras.
I mean,
And if we
gave
kept-
that we
if-
gave that whole roll to Tim the whole time. It's because he forgot the
yeah.
guest host's name that one time,
Yeah.
and it was his friend Mike Grady. And after that, we wouldn't.
Not
let him-
only that, we would be much better scorekeepers than what these guys are.
Oh no, that's not true. Not true at all. I couldn't keep score.
Well, as long as we're
Same
living
life.
in that fantasy world, because I've seen you operate cameras before. That's a big second there.
100.
And look
a
at
huge
that.
throw.
Ryan said if Nick loses this, he's getting all the trucks at work.
No, Ryan, just give those to Corey Beecham. He's the one who jinxed it.
46.
Oh, after that first start
Yeah.
too, to
Aaron, you require 122.
start on the 18s is where you should start,
Should
but
start, but I don't think he will.
it doesn't matter if he doesn't because he's thinking 6 starts from here anyway. Tee it up for the brother.
82
Yep, 40
left.
scored.
Triple 14 leads tops. Or bullseye for double 16.
I actually like the bullseye there because the 25 would leave the 17 for tops, a little 2 dart combination, whereas now
2 triple 19s in the top.
we'll see how he goes about it. He did not go about it that way.
I didn't call you out. My apologies. 33 scored.
Well,
Adam, you
Yeah.
require
We don't
31.
apologize on the siege, do we?
we have to every once in a while.
Yeah.
Usually Keegan doesn't. That's only 2.
69.
All right, got a 19 for at least a shot at it.
Yeah, but you got to shoot at it. 19 is hit, so bullseye to pop the balloon
He's done it before.
for the first lead of the match.
4.
25.
Corey must have rooted for him to hit it there.
Tyler McGuire,
Tyler stepping up 1-2-1 left.
Triple 17.
Oh, just a little low.
84.
37 leaves, 84 left.
Come on, Geek. You should know that one.
57. Aaron, you require 46.
610 wire.
Yeah, 14 double 16.
No, I do 610 wire.
Yeah, well, he's not a true left-hander.
Can you tell I listened to Tim? Oh, look at that. Double 18. Single 18. Double 9.
There
And it
it
goes
is.
in, and the Clarks have the first lead, and it's Aaron who hits another finish.
And that's a huge break and
That's
throw.
4. I believe that's 4 games he's finished.
Ever since this one's over, it has been the opposite of over.
Yeah.
And it might have been over. It's just the Clark brothers are now going to take control.
And Corey's going into hiding.
And the Clarks are up first here. Throwing to get within one leg of the win.
140.
Oh, look
That's
at that.
killing it.
Those first 3 darts, I'm telling you. Watch it. Nick's going to do something crazy here.
That was insane.
Way to jinx him.
Wow.
Commentator's
Better
curse.
breakfast.
bro.
Yeah. Well, you hadn't told him that in the first 3 darts all day long. That's
Well,
crazy.
I guess that is insane.
Yeah.
I'd love to see Aaron go back and watch this. You can see when he's hitting big numbers and throwing correctly, he's consistent and following through.
And
Look
why
at-
is he doing that on the 3rd dart more than any other one?
100.
If you notice, all the games.
His wayward one's always
Yeah.
been the second dart.
Yeah, and his 3rd dart's killer. His 3rd dart is great.
He's just making the right correction. He just needs
Yep.
to be consistent.
It'd be fantastic with 4 darts.
Tim, are you jealous of those shoes?
100.
No,
You should be.
Why?
Those are bright as heck. Those are like your red ones are bright.
yeah, my red ones match the other red.
Those are
That's a big first.
81.
Man, I tell you, as soon as I say something good
Yeah,
about Nick, it goes
automatically-
bad for him.
well, anyone really. In fact, stop rooting for me. That's why I lose every time.
41.
And the 41 score leaves the 175, so not on a finish.
I was talking. I gotta find shoes to match the Hammerstrong jersey that I just got.
45.
There you go.
The gray and blue.
Yep.
I think New Balance had a couple nice pairs that might match.
That's good for dads too.
There was a pair of Hokas that were pretty cool.
Ooh.
Get you some full length socks.
Just outside.
Yeah,
outside my
babe.
price.
Some
outside my
cargo
price
shorts?
range.
Yeah.
Some
Get you a
no, you
couple
get
of-
shorts.
Some of
Those
those
socks with the
Jesus
little-
sandals.
The little
Shorts.
blue stripes on top there. A couple of blue stripes on there.
I wish I could
The
find
yellow
my,
toed
Yeah.
socks.
I
for
wish
sure.
I wish I could find the picture
Gold
from
toe.
my
Require
8th grade
116.
graduation luncheon that we had at school. I was wearing the USA 94 jersey and shorts, like matching outfit,
Yeah.
with Jesus sandals and socks.
Nice.
Aaron looking at 116. He's not going to hit it. I was going to give him a big
Well, thank God
build-up.
you cut off the talk about the.
Yeah.
Jesus sandals and
Yeah.
socks.
33.
I was going to give him a big chat up about that 116. He's hit some big outs today.
Gates needs to put some pressure on. A big trouble here at least needed. 60's not terrible,
That
but
worked.
not enough.
Adam, you
Now,
require
again,
83.
the double trouble has come in from time to time, but the Clarks have been better at that here recently.
Aaron's been carrying him, right? It hasn't been Adam.
Oh,
okay.
that's sometimes he does interesting things
Yeah.
with the math.
14 for bull.
Does he have to go 14 for bull? Because I don't think he does. I don't think he should go that there, though.
36 scored.
36 leaves 47.
Oh, don't you dare do it.
15.
Don't
Yeah.
you dare hit that 17. Don't you
He's
do
going to
it.
shoot to the 7.
Don't you...
Oh!
Nick, you require 142.
Folks, got to mention one of our sponsors, Hard Rock, have an event with the Phoenix Open this Saturday. Be sure to get on down there. It's going to be a lot of fun. Ben wanted me to mention that. I'm happy to do it. Hard Rock, one of our great sponsors. You'll find myself usually at Mikey's over on Sunday.
Now that's a sign up at 12:30, start at 1:30.
Yep. Find me over at Mikey's on Sunday. You find Tim at Mikey's on
Friday nights.
Friday nights. Find me at Sidelines Friday nights.
This is why you don't leave 30, unless your name is Luke Lidler.
There you
Even
go.
still, it's still a shady shot.
All right, 2-dart combination coming up for Tyler. 57-17 tops.
Massive moment.
Yep. Oh,
23 left.
34 scored leaves 23.
7 for double 8.
19 for 4, double 2.
And
There
it
it
is.
Look at that.
What a
8 to
moment.
6.
The money out.
So
6-6
thanks for
scoreline.
joining us. This is a big one.
It's a break right back for the Gates.
It's essentially a best of 3 from here. That's 6 all apiece. In the 13th flag, this time we have
The grudge match
the Gates
is grudging.
brothers throwing first.
Yes, it is.
All the best game on.
Shout out to the audience. Shout out to everyone who put this together. Basically everyone but Jason.
And it is the Phoenix introduction draw. Phoenix is the new
60.
board reps down there at the Hog Rock Cafe,
Woo!
Hog Rock Event Center.
Go for Honix.
You've been down to Hog Rock? I went down there
I've
once. It's a great time.
I have never been there. I've heard the food's amazing.
Food is fantastic,
85.
and it's different. They put all kinds of different stuff on
So-
hamburgers.
So one thing I did there in the dart hall that they built is all Phoenix boards, and then on the other room there's going to be, I believe, 4 G3s.
Yeah.
So
It's a great setup down there. It's actually an event center as well as a restaurant. Some great people, Mikey down there, and the owner, Jeff and Chrissy. Some wonderful people. They just bought a second place, too. But if you get a chance, folks, this Saturday, get on down there. Got to give everybody a shout-out. Reed Sales and Music Vendors doing some big things up north, North Lafayette. Our friends over at Sidelines doing some big things, too. Friday night draw over at Sidelines is a good time, and it starts early at 7 o'clock, and it ends early because it's well run.
And
So
our-
it's a fun match to
our
go
other
to.
location, Mikey's Pub and Grill. One of their most newer popular ones is they do the Thursday night Bermuda draw.
Yep.
So you get to play Bermuda, which is a different form of darts.
41.
I did see that On the Rocks was starting some sand volleyball leagues.
Ooh.
So,
Yeah. When are you signing up? You've been talking about it for 3 years.
well,
now.
listen, I just got my
You
new
don't wanna pull a
swimming
hammy.
trunks. I
He
did
just
pull
had a
hammy.
heart attack like 6 months ago.
Yeah,
But did he die?
He should have.
I got the sunglasses for it already. I just don't have the body.
Oh, you got those like mirror shades?
Yeah, I got those.
Nice.
Yeah, I got it down.
Also, $500 ad down at Hog Rock on Saturday
Nice.
if you only play for the money.
Yeah,
Well, that's the only reason I
Yeah.
do anything.
you won't be able to be on the siege, unfortunately.
55.
Well, that's okay. I tend
We
to not
give
have
you a
fun
mug. We give you a coffee mug with your picture on it.
Don't be bashful.
54.
All right, we're tied 6-6. A lot of you watching in the chat, thanks for joining us tonight. We are To The Point streaming. This is the Siege. We'll be back the next couple of weeks with some. Look at those huge darts.
shot.
Nice. First turn out. We got some great matches, some names that may be familiar to you, but some names that you definitely don't know coming up in the next few weeks. Hope you join us.
What if there's
Tuesday
someone who
night.
knows everybody?
8 o'clock.
Seems
Nick, you
presumptuous.
require 156.
I don't know anybody.
Not me either.
I'm trying to get you guys out there.
You didn't invite me to your last trip. That's fine.
35.
I bet they had 24 guys.
Adam, you require
Yeah, it was
Not
full. It was the
157.
the 24 was already full. We just couldn't. I mean, next
Couldn't
if
afford
they had
me.
another spot, I might have sent you a message.
That's all right. I get. You hate me.
160.
Look at that from Adam to put a lot of
Oh,
pressure
answer.
on this from Tyler.
These guys got his own 123 going.
Oh, and it's not going to go. That's a single one.
That's the wrong shot.
And he put it back to odd. He's not going to be happy with that.
Yikes.
Aaron, you require 34.
Aaron with 34. This could be a happy little accent, too, on the first start, which I actually might shoot at that corner. He did not. He went the green bit.
Yeah.
Right, just to right at that dart.
Get him on the board.
No score.
And
Yeah.
Floated it.
That's what can happen if you throw that first dart is the one that
Nick,
killed
you
him.
require 96.
Big shout out to Jason Watt over at Winmore for providing us this dartboard. The dartboard is available for the players to purchase should they want to.
Oh, it's in
8.
80 scored.
for the lead again.
To be in the barn.
88.
He's got inside a lot of times on that dart.
Adam, you require 17.
The first start's the hardest here.
3.
7.
And that's a strange call.
Oh,
Yep, it's a strange call, but 7 left. He wants another 3. He just busts.
I think I would have shot the 9 there.
Tyler, you require 8.
All right, 4 for the lead.
Great marker.
With the way he comes in, yeah, the way he attacks it, I did not like the first start on the outside on that side of the board. Again, this first start's the tough one. And I like 1 for 8 here.
Yeah, I mean,
I shoot the 9 because you hit the single 12 or 14. You're still available.
Yeah, and I like that idea more now that you're saying that.
I like the 1 either way, to be honest.
He doesn't want to go the 3 route, and I don't blame him. 7 for 5, which he's hit before.
On the last dart.
That's unlucky. Is that going to be the difference,
Nick,
that
you
millimeter?
require 8. And that's game
Yep.
shot.
There it
Because that
is.
millimeter is in the top corner, and
For the
it's
Gates
now
brothers.
Gates back up 7-6.
Somebody's
One leg
prediction
away from the finish line.
from the prediction.
All right. No matter what happens after this leg, this will be the final leg of 01 we play tonight. This time we have the Clark brothers throwing first. All the best. Game on.
As we reach 90 people watching along with us, cannot tell you how much we appreciate that. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that share button.
Hit that notification button. We'll be back on the next couple of
85.
Tuesdays with some fantastic matches. Hopefully as exciting as this one's been tonight. These guys taking swings at each other. All right, advantage Clark's early.
Rob, I like that idea. Be hard to get even matchups though.
I like that. We've actually done something or thought about doing something real similar to that, Rob. It'd be like a Saturday event. We do have a couple of those on the horizon, shall we say?
Which we've been saying that for 2 years now.
On the docket.
I got a Bar Wars thing that I'm trying to work out logistically where I'll be living at.
That's fair. Solid 60 there from Adam. Clark brothers need to win this one to take us to the distance. If Nick and Tyler Gates win this leg, it is over, and that's a great first start from Nick.
100.
That's a steady 100.
It's a race to 311.
$32.
But Aaron's been on the struggle bus last few legs here.
Well, fatigue's going to start to become a factor for these guys. I'm telling you, it's probably the best part of 80 to 82 degrees out there in the arena.
35.
Might be a little hotter.
Yep. Started out about 75. I got it down to about 75, but that's as good as it was going to get.
And it started at 75, and now it's at 75. That's what you were able to do?
No, that's where we started at this evening. But as soon as people start showing up and getting in there, the temperature goes up pretty quick.
especially when it's good-looking people like me.
Yep.
I would love to see an Adam versus Nick 1-to-1 head up, like full.
Like full match?
Yeah, full match.
Because
they've literally gone dart for dart. When one hits a huge shot, the other one follows it.
I'd argue literally they both, even the second player, when Aaron's picked it up, Tyler's picked it up, and vice versa. It's actually been really cool to kind of see the similarities and differences across the board. If you look back on Dart Connect at this, you're going to see a lot of like very even across the like rounds.
Yeah.
2.
Which is what you're talking about, and that's not the time for a 2.
Adam, you require 135.
Not that there's really a whole lot of good times except for double 1.
Yep. Well, if Adam can't take the 135, he needs to leave his partner just in a good 1 dart or 2 dart combination.
Triple 20 here, at least double 18.
58.
Okay, that's
It's not bad.
not bad, but it could be tough.
I mean, you're throwing the 17 here, so.
Yeah, I like the 17s as opposed to the 19s on that one. It'll be interesting to see where he goes.
90.
But a big score by Nick here.
92.
Woohoo!
Math.
There you go.
Aaron, you require
Aaron looking at 77. Is he going to go 17s on 19s? Either way works. He went the 19 route.
58. 18 for
58
tops.
left.
Oh, that'll work though.
22.
Yeah.
36 plus 19. 22 left.
There we go.
Double 11.
Because we don't have that camera.
Leaves the madhouse.
Nah.
Tyler, you require
Leaves 8.
122.
Just
Tyler,
close.
start the 18.
He did,
Yes.
ideally. Well, now he's
Yeah,
all right.
tough
Left
couple
98.
of visits. Tough 6 starts there for Tyler.
Adam, you
He
require
can get it
8.
back together though. This to go to a last leg decider. Double 4.
Man, those holes in that double 4 are just appealing.
Well, all night long we've been on a double 4. It seems like.
And that's game
There it
time.
is.
We're going the distance.
We're going the distance.
And we
Love
got-
it.
We're gonna be piddling.
For the 15th and final
Yep,
leg,
and they will
it
piddle.
will be cricket time, but we have to determine who will be going first because this will require a piddle. Since the Gate brothers initially had the option to see your show and they deferred for the Clarks to throw first to the initial piddle, in the 15th and final
Calm
leg,
down there,
the Gates will have the option to see your show
Darth
first.
Vader. Breathing
Is it
into
me?
the mic.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Who else would it be?
Keegan was talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DC piddle.
Yes. All he kept hearing was
25.
All right, single bull. If we could see it through the scoreboard. Oh, tied up.
Nick, please throw another one.
We do play PDC rules. Tim, can you get the scoreboard off?
No,
the
he's trying.
screen?
He's gonna switch
Outside
it.
bullseye.
Like depending on who starts.
Oh,
Does that make you feel better?
that's
It's
fair.
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
From our perspective.
That is a 25.
Oh, and it will be the Clark brothers going first in this last leg decider. Will they get the first lead in the match at the very end?
Yeah,
It's
we're gonna play
cricket.
cricket.
And it's not the Gates, it's Clark's, so he did that wrong. There
You
we go.
fix
Of
it.
course he did. It's Keegan.
Alrighty. In the 15th and final leg, it is cricket time with Adam Clark to throw first. All the best. Game on.
Yeah, he's better at this than we are.
That's a 4 mark.
That's not bad. Got to be your main goal to just close the 20s. Never mind, get an extra 20 points with it. Nick's going to be looking right down to the 19s. He's had success early on these before.
He's really low on it.
That's a 2 mark.
Ron said pretty even when Ives doesn't pick the teams.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how you know that he didn't pick the teams if it goes to the last leg decider.
This season, the first 3 matches went to last lake deciders.
Yeah, it was.
And I picked all of those.
You
all
sure
right?
did.
So you and Ron.
No, it's
Can
Ron.
shove it.
I was just reading.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Yeah,
I was talking to Sean and Ron.
I
Could
was-
just shove it.
I was just restating Ron's opinion. Stronger.
Well.
Ron, it's a great way to get back on the siege.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Most people come on to see. I don't really
Ruh-roh.
know too much about them.
Nick can put in a big score here to get him right back in. It's a bit of a blocker.
That's a 3.
All right. Get back in it.
I'd have Aaron just throw all 20s.
I tell you what, temperature in that garage just went up another 5 degrees.
That's a 2 mark.
$97 of you watching. Let's see if we can get to 100. First time on YouTube. That'd be fantastic.
That's a 7 mark.
That's a huge 7 from Tyler.
Massive.
Huge last leg decider here.
And you mentioned, right, the pressure that he likes to play with.
Yep.
This is a moment built for someone like a Tyler Gates.
You got to remember a lot of those matches that he plays is cricket. So
Yep.
That's a 3 mark.
big third.
Yeah, huge third. Got him right back in it.
He's pot committed there. He's going to hit 3
That's a
fats.
3 mark.
And that's exactly what he did, was 3 Shawns.
That's all right. Over to the 18s.
Ruh-roh.
That could be a tough one. Tyler got the opportunity right here.
I kind of like the idea of pointing the heck out of it.
That's when you get, it's like Tim brought up earlier, you get pot committed on those first 2 singles.
Well, yeah, for sure, which is why. But
just
you got
throw
Adam coming
all
up next.
19s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just go 19s. Those are blocked.
That's a 3 mark.
Maybe the top side of the board would have been a cooler
I
angle.
set it up for that. I set up that shot.
That's why we did the opposite angle.
Yeah.
Tim, you're trying. That's all that matters to us. That's in.
That'll work.
Back to the 19s.
That's a 2 mark.
Yeah, snap.
Crackle and pop.
Got a hole in the 17.
Yeah. Brand new dartboard. It'll heal.
Wait till those fibers swell back up.
I think I've had my Blade 6 for 3 years now, and he hit the hole.
That's what she said.
That's a big 5 mark from Tyler right there. Put some point in lead. Now they got points and wedges.
Yeah, if you rotate it properly and
Yeah, you take care of them, they go forever.
That's a 1 mark.
Especially the Blade 6 from Winmore.
Yep.
Win more with Winmore.
That's a 4
All
mark.
right, that's 4. Commanding now by the gates.
I believe we used my Blade 6 during Clash of the Titans.
Oh,
Back in the day when we had to do that. Isn't that crazy?
Or I brought my light ring and dartboard.
still got your iPad.
Yeah, you kept that.
Yeah, I didn't let you get it back.
Adam needs at least 5 here.
Yeah, and this is the first of all, let's call this what it is. The
That's a
Clarks
5 mark.
Against the
have
5.
battled so hard
Yeah.
to stay in this, to from the 5-2 down to actually getting the lead 6-5. And all
That's a 2 mark.
that the Gates have done is just continue to weather that storm
Yeah.
to win these last 2 legs on the spin. Well, not last 2 legs on spin. To win this last leg decider. They're only 2 bowls away, whereas the Clarks are
1 mark.
miles behind. But this has been one of the best matches we've seen in a while here, Tim.
Yes. Been highly entertaining.
Like I usually tell the guys or the players before they start, whoever it is, thank you so much for playing. We really appreciate it. Put on a show. And they have put on a show.
Absolutely.
No score.
Up. Corey just did a night-night celebration thing, so Clark's going to come back and win this. Somehow, some way. I know it seems unlikely, but when Corey roots against you.
That's two.
And there's the start of it. No,
So
Nick will probably
only
take us out
needs
right now.
two. Nick at the center of the bullseye.
Well,
Hold on a second. Getting closer. Does he point?
no, he's stepping over. Yep,
There
and there
it
it is.
And the match to Nick and Tyler Gates.
My goodness, I'm smart.
What a match.
8-7, final score line. The Gates get the job done. Wow.
I thought you said 8-6.
I said 8-7.
Okay.
The last leg decider night.
It's like you knew.
So it's going to be a last leg decider. I said 8-6 in the before, like in our, yeah. And then Jason stole that exact score line. So great match. Shout out to both groups of teams. The brothers were fantastic. And shout out to everybody who rooted for these grudge matches. It was ideal and epic. And we're going to bring in those winners with you. And Tim's going to interview them. And that'll do it for me. And I will see you guys next week after MSG.
Have fun in New York.
I will, buddy. Thank you.
And while these gentlemen are coming over to have a little conversation with me, big thanks to our sponsors, Billy O'Neill's Pub and Eatery, Sideline Sports Pub, Hog Rock Event Center, Magic Darts Inc., Reed Music Sales, Mikey's Pub and Grill on the Rocks, To The Point Streaming, Magic Arts is a-cdarts.com, and magicwear.com. Also, please go to magicwear.com. Check out our jerseys. We have 3. We have the Siege 1, which is the blue one, the Siege V2, which is the red knight, and the Siege V3, which is the red, white, and blue. So head over to Magic Wear. You can hit that QR code that's on the screen. Also, reminder, save the date, July 19th, 2025. We're having a celebration of life down at On the Rocks for Linda Anglin. Also, the dart community as a whole lost another person. Julie Weger passed away. I said this weekend her funeral is going on, so head over to Facebook, check that out. But rest in peace, Julie. And thanks, everybody. And we're going to head over to the main interview cam. Gentlemen, congratulations. What a match.
Hell yeah. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, let's keep PG, just let you know. So, Nick, I'm going to go to you first because you've taken a sabbatical for a little bit.
Correct.
How'd it feel out there?
I started off, I felt pretty good, and then I started to fall off towards the end. But glad to get the win. It feels good to win, actually.
Now, from our aspect watching, it seemed like you would hit a big shot, and Adam would follow you with a big shot, and then Adam would hit a big shot, and then you
Absolutely.
would follow with a big shot.
Absolutely.
Was it just a natural throw, or did you like, I need to do the same thing?
I think it came down to, all right, he hits big, I have to hit big, and just competitiveness. It came down to, I know I have to hit, so I'm going to hit.
All right, and that last cricket match, you stepped on the gas there in the middle of it and kind of took control of it.
Well, that, and by the time I went, 7 in the 19s, I'm like, dude, I just got to have it. I just got to have it. They gave us a chance. I just capitalized, and that's what it is. And by the time it comes to still and it's cricket, 3 fat is, it's big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
This was a huge matchup where
yeah.
the A player, so to speak, and the B player, so to speak, were really evenly matched on both sides.
Absolutely.
Where
yeah.
Correct.
you shoot your unorthodox throw,
Yeah.
but you're always known for that
Yep.
big shot at the right time, the
Right.
big out at the right time.
Right.
Aaron was more consistent scoring a little bit more than you, and then he would hit the big out, where I believe
Right.
he had 4 or 5 outs
Yeah.
for his team. I would say you two were the glue that held both of your teams together,
Yeah.
because I would say you would agree you struggled on,
Yes,
on the doubles.
Yeah.
Yes.
I never, like that 16, which is a comfortable side of the board, everybody was on the inside of that.
I
Oh,
couldn't hit the 16 or the 8.
Yeah.
Well,
trust me.
I prefer the 20, but
Right.
it's struggled tonight for sure.
Trust me. I gave him a little bit in the background, like, what we doing? You know what I mean? So, but at the end of the day, is win's a win.
Yep.
I'm happy I went. 7-7 to the to the last leg decider. I love that. I love a competitiveness. I love it, but you know, I mean, at the
Did
end
you
of the day,
feel like it was super competitive through the whole thing? Were you talking throughout?
when we won them first few legs, I'm like, oh, we're kind of rolling.
Yeah.
We're rolling. We're good. But that's all it takes is a couple missed darts here and there.
You
And
can blame Corey Bouchamp because he said it was over, and then you know how he does.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
I'm assuming he bet on the Colts, and that's what happened.
So, thanks for coming. Real question. It's hot outside. I know we struggle to keep it cool. Did it get a little warm in there for you guys?
Yeah. I'm still sweating right now. I still got the rag right now. I mean, it was hot in there, but you just got to play. I mean, I'm not even thinking about it. It's not a big deal. I mean, if it's hot, whatever. You just got to shoot.
Now
you just got to adapt to it.
Yeah,
I don't think it was that bad. So when I play in my garage, I don't have AC.
Yeah,
so I sweat a lot more.
Here's something that when you played your singles match, both of these guys came in here.
Mm-hmm.
So you went from hot to cold, and then you went back out into the hot. Probably made it worse.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
And that's probably why you're struggling a little bit more than
right.
you and Adam, because both of you guys stayed in there the whole time.
Right.
So you didn't change that temperature on you. And Sean made that point. He's like, hey, they're going to feel the heat when they go back in there because you both came out here into the kitchen. So. But well, with that being said, congratulations. You got your championship mugs, your winners mugs. Thanks for coming out. Like I said, we can't do this without you guys. Next week we got another great match coming up. So remember, we're only on YouTube at the moment until we get this Facebook thing situated. But congratulations.
Appreciate it.
On behalf of before that, shout outs to anybody?
Yes.
Got your quick shout outs and we'll
shout
get
out
you going.
Skylar. Shout out
Shout
Taylor
out my
coming
wife
here.
and all my
Hell
kids
yeah.
for watching.
Appreciate
It was
it.
a blast. I'm
So-
glad I got to
Hell
come
yeah.
out.
I believe we may or may not have broke 100 on YouTube, which is
Nice,
a record
nice.
for YouTube, just YouTube.
But
only, so good
At
job.
the end of the day, is me and Nick.
Yep.
We don't. I
We'll
mean,
take it.
we're not in no leagues right now. We play a lot of grand board. You know, we have a good time.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We play a lot of grand board at the house. We, play tournaments and stuff. So to be out here and play this, it's a big change.
Steel's a little
but
different.
it's still, it'll humble you.
Does
So
it get your juices flowing like you want to get
oh yeah,
get
oh yeah,
Yeah.
some
oh,
more
yeah.
competitive matches? That's what we
Exactly.
do. Well, with
So.
that being said, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks to the Clark brothers. On behalf of Keegan Ives, Jason Ives, Sean Green, I'm Tim Neal. We are To The Point Streaming. We'll be back next Tuesday. Tune
Thank
in.
you.
Go on Facebook, hit, like Castle Darts, like Tim Neal, like Sean Green, and you can get all of our information on there. Also, youtube.com, To The Point Streaming. That's all I got. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
Have a
you.
great evening.